Hare Krishna. So, how many tried chanting this mantra at home? This bhajan at home? Is it? Yeah, this one. So we have so we had done three bhajans so far. One is Vrindavana Ramyasthana, right? Second one is Bhajau Remana. Third one. So we'll do this today, and next week we'll change another bhajan. And then we can keep switching them. You'll get used to it, right? And my humble request is at your home also, when you're doing any puja to the Lord or you're sitting in the evening in front of Krishna, you can sing a bhajan. Yeah. Vibhavari Sesha Aloka Pravesha Nidrachari Utho Jiva Vibhavari Sesha Aloka Pravesha Bolo Hari Hari Mukunda Murari Rama Krishna Hayagriva Bolo Hari Hari Mukunda Murari Rama Krishna Vibhavari Sesha Aloka Pravesha Nidrachari Utho Jiva Echo Nidrachari Utho Jiva. Sorry, I'll just stop for a minute. Yeah, Frozen? Acha. Oh, yeah, this one? Yeah, yeah. Okay. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Prabhuji got me a new mic. I'm just trying to see it. Prabhuji said the quality is not good earlier. This might help. Sorry about that. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Vibhavari Sesha Aloka Pravesha Nidrachari Utho Jiva Vibhavari Sesha Aloka Pravesha Nidrachari Utho Jiva Bolo Hari Hari Mukunda Murari Rama Krishna Hayagriva 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 Narasimha Vamana Shri Madhusudhana Brajendra Nandana Shama Narasimha Vamana Shri Madhusudhana Brajendra Nandana Shama Bhutana Ghatana Kaitaba Satana Jaya Dasarathi Rama Bhutana Ghatana Kaitaba Satana Jaya Dasarathi Rama Yashoda Tulala Govinda Gopala Vrindavana Purandhara Yashoda Tulala Govinda Vrindavana Purandhara Gopi Priya Jana Radhika Ramana Bhuvana Sundara Bara रावण ताकर माखन तास्कर गोपी जना वस्त्रहारी ब्रजेरा राखला गोपा वृंदावन सीता हरि वंशीधारी योगींद्र बंधन श्रीनंदनंदन ब्रज जना भयहारी नवीन नीरज रूपा मनोहर मोहन बंशी बिहारी यशोदानंदन कंसानिसूदन निकुंजरास विलासी कदम्ब कानन रसपरायण वृंदावी पीन निवासी आनंद वर्धन प्रेमानिकेतन कुलशरा जोजक काम आनंद वर्धन प्रेमानिकेतन कुलशरा जोजक काम गोपगणाधन चित्ता विनोदन समस्त गुणगण धाम जमुना जीवन केलि परायण मानस चंद्र चकोरा नाम सुधारस गाओ कृष्णा जस राखो वचन मन मोरा नाम सुधारस गाओ कृष्णा जस राखो वचन मन मोरा नाम सुधारस गाओ कृष्णा जस राखो वचन मन मोरा विभवरि शेष आलोक प्रभुष निद्राचारी उठो जीवा विभवरि शेष आलोक प्रभुष निद्राचारी उठो जीवा बोलो हरि हरि मुकुंद मुरारी राम कृष्ण हय जीवा बोलो हरि हरि मुकुंद मुरारी राम कृष्ण हय जीवा हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Vibhavari Shesha, Aloka Prabhusha, Nitrachari Upajiva, Vibhavari Shesha, Aloka Prabhusha, Nitrachari Upajiva, Bolo Hari Hari, Mukunda Murari, Rama Krishna Hayagriva, 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 Bolo Hari Hari, Mukunda Murari, Rama Krishna Hayagriva. Nitai Gaur Premanande. It's a beautiful song written by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Who is Bhaktivinoda Thakur? On the altar, you'll see there is a sequence of gurus kept in between on the lowest step. So the second one from the right, towards the left, second one, that is Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur's son is Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. And you can come in the front, please. Yeah, so Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur is the guru of Srila Prabhupada. Right? So the whole discipline is succession. Hare Krishna. So here, so nicely, all the names, so many names of Krishna, Vrindavan. So when we sing this in the morning, our Krishna, our consciousness becomes really, really, purified. Right? We don't go out and shout at people. We don't get angry that easily. Yeah. Om Ajnantimirandasya ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवम् श्री राधा कृष्ण पदां सहगना ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितां हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचना गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिय। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्णा चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Please repeat after me loudly. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवती नैष्ठिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। नमः पंकजनाभाय नमः पंकजमालिने नमः पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजांग्रये। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामिने गौरत्विषे नमः। नमो ब्रह्मण्याय देवाय गौ ब्राह्मणाहिताय च जगद्दिताय कृष्णाय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। नमः ओम विष्णुपदाय Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitinamine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pasyatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Kumkaroti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yakripahtamaham Vande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Shri Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Om Pavitro Pavitrova Sarvavastham Gatopiva Yat Smaret Pundarikasya Sabhyabhyantaram Tuche Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu Hare Krishna. Thank you all for coming. Thank you. Welcome. By all coming, our house becomes purified and Krishna becomes more happy. Right? The purpose of having a house is to discuss Krishna Katha. Just change my. So why do bad things happen to good people? Right? Or why do good things happen to? What is more important? The first one or the second one? Both? Some people it's okay if something bad is happening to me. Usko to bura hona chahiye. Why do good things happen to bad people also is sometimes intriguing some people. We have reached a juncture now where our faith is going to be shaken, right? We went through some foundational sessions before this. It's also part of Bhagavad Gita, but we are doing like a course. Then we will start Bhagavad Gita in depth, right? So the first session was about finding happiness. Then we talked about problems, real problems in life. What are the 4 real problems in life? Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi, Dukkha, Dosha, Dashna, right? Birth, death, old age, disease. These are the big problems. Salary increment is not a problem, right? On the home loan is not a problem. But they are not everybody's problem, right? If somebody has not taken a home loan, it's not his problem, right? It's not everybody's problem, and no one can avoid it, and no one wants it. Only when it fits that category, it falls into real problems. We discussed about it, right? And then we also discussed about what is the difference between us and animals, humans and animals. What is the difference? Dharma. We can understand dharma. Otherwise, 4 activities are common. What are the 4 activities? Eating, mating, sleeping, defending. Right? So, ahara, nidra, bhayam, maitunam. Yeah. Eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. There are 4 common activities. If you're earning a 4 lakh salary and doing these 4 activities, we are no different than a pig. Or a, I don't know, or a bird or anything. Right? So, dharme hi eko adhiko vishesham. That is the reason we are all here. And then we discussed about, okay, these problems are, there are 3 more miseries. There are 3 more miseries. What are the 3 more miseries? The 3 Trishul of Durga. What is it? Adhyatmika, Adidevika, Adibhautika. Right? Problems caused by other living entities, problems caused by material nature, too much heat, too much cold, and then problems caused by my own mind. Biggest problem, my own mind, Adhyatmika. Right? And then we said, okay, it's death, birth, old age, all this, somebody is giving, who is giving this? I want to find that fellow. Does he even exist? Second session was, does God exist? And we proved that God exists through logic. Through several logics, we said, somebody has to be there. Otherwise, the way it is functioning, it cannot function. We cannot see him, but he is there. Then third session, we spend time on scriptures. Why should I believe scriptures? Whatever this book you are giving, why should I believe? How can it be true? And we went on depth, saying that so many examples that whatever is mentioned in scriptures thousands of years ago is still working even right now. It's happening like that. It's a living proof that scriptures are already there. And scriptures are not written by you and me. They are given by God. You and me cannot write scriptures. Somebody, gets little dadi and little hair, doesn't mean that he can write scriptures. No. Scriptures are given by God. Dharma tu sakshat bhagavat pranitam. Only Bhagavan can write dharma. You and me cannot write. Why? Because we are not everybody's well-wisher. He is everybody's well-wisher. That's the reason he can write. And then we went into the three modes of material nature. Right? We talked about Sattva Guna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna. And we found out that some of us are in Sattva Guna, some of us are sometimes in Tamoguna, sometimes are every time in Sattva Guna, I don't know, Rajoguna, right? Or mix of it. And Krishna told, rise above all these three modes. Traigunya Vishyavedani, Traigunya Bhavarjuna, Nirdvandva Nitya Sattvasto, Nir Yoga Kshema Matvaman. You have to rise above these three. Because if you go to Sattva Guna, you go to heavenly planets, like Mauritius, or some other Goa beach, you will go, right? Rajoguna means you will be stuck in Gachibowli, working day and night like a dog, right? Go to office, come back, go to office, come back. Third is what? Tamoguna, right? Tamoguna means animal life, you'll go next. So what is the problem with all these three? All of them, you go somewhere and you come back here again, right? You go to Sattva-guna, then you go to Sattva-guna, you go to heavenly planet, you go to Mauritius, you are nicely drinking whatever, I don't know, screwdriver or Bloody Mary, some different drinks I heard about it, right? So you have all that, and then suddenly what happens? Your credit card stops working. Debit card balance is over. Your punya is over. Then what you have to do? Come back to Gachibowli, work like a dog. Go to office, again earn money, again earn balance, again go. So what is the use of going up? And going down, you suffer, again you come back, right? And mode of passion people, they don't go anywhere. Here to Madhapur to here. They keep working. That mode of passion. So we discussed about all these three, right? Then in fifth session, we discussed about who is a guru and how do we acquire this knowledge, spiritual knowledge, how it has to be acquired. Can we acquire it in our own way? Whatever way we want, can we acquire? No, there are three ways of acquiring knowledge. What are the three ways? Pratyaksha Praman, Anumana Praman, Shabda Praman, right? Pratyaksha Praman means I will believe only if I touch it. I will believe only if I see it. But there are problems with that Pratyaksha Praman. There are four problems. What are the four problems with the Pratyaksha Praman?
Limited senses.
Our senses are limited. We can't see anything beyond. What is there in that room? Can anybody tell? Who is sleeping in that room? We can't tell. Right? And can you they're subject to illusion. You might see something in that picture, but that's not the one in the picture. It's a reflection of something else. Right? Subject to illusion. And we have a cheating propensity also. We believe it, so we will make sure what we believe only is true. There's too much ego. Cheating propensity. And we have a tendency of making mistakes. We can take a lot of mistakes, right? So many scientists made mistakes. They took fast, what is it? Nobel Prizes, they died. After that, they found out, hey, Nobel, so many problems have happened, right? So, what is the best way? And second is, so Pratyaksha Praman doesn't work for finding out spiritual knowledge. What is the second way? Anumana Praman. Anumana Praman means I will read and I'll find out. Problem, what is the problem with Anumana Praman? You can interpret whatever you want. If you are in Sattva-guna, you interpret it Sattva-guna way. If you are in Rajoguna way. Right? I can read Bhagavad Gita and prove that stealing is good. If my mentality is to steal, I will also prove that. Today, what is happening? There are thousands of commentators in the world talking about Bhagavad Gita, but all of them are in the clutches of three modes of meditation. Right? So they are interpreting Bhagavad Gita like that only. According to their understanding, they are putting it. Right? So problem is, even Anumana Praman doesn't work. What is the way it works perfectly? That is Shabda Praman. Shabda Praman means I will hear from authority. And who is that authority? Not somebody with a big dadi or a cap or or whatever that he wears or does. Clothes or no clothes, doesn't matter. Is he representing the knowledge in Parampara? Is he passing the knowledge in Parampara? Yes. Who is his guru? Who is his guru's guru? Is his guru? Should they have a guru cycle or no? Somebody has to be accountable. Let's say, for example, I am sitting here and I can speak whatever I want. I can cheat all of you also. Nicely I can cheat. But how will you ensure that you're not being cheated? Is this fellow speaking from Bhagavad Gita or is he speaking his own Gita? Again, you should have a scripture in front of you. You should have the scripture itself. Okay, speak from the scripture. Right? So we talked about who is a guru. Guru means a devotee. He has to be a devotee. He has to be a devotee of God. He should worship God. He should go to a temple. And Guru ne aisa philosophy ke baat kar raha hai, bade hall mein baith ke. Right? He's sitting in a big hall, auditorium, big audience, 3 million subscribers in YouTube, 40 million in Twitter. I don't know. He's not a guru. Guru can have all that. That's a different thing, but he should be a devotee. If he is asked a question, does God exist? He should not tell whatever nonsense he is. Yes, God exists. Who is God? Krishna is God. Where is it mentioned? It's mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. Aham sarvasva prabho mattasvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvitaha. Krishna is saying, so he is God. Okay, so what about other acharyas? Yes, Shankaracharya told Krishna is God. Bhajagovindam, 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 Mudamate. Right? Then what about Ramanacharya? Ramanacharya also told, he wrote Sri Bhashyam. He told his God. What about Madhvacharya? He told Dvaita Siddhanta. He also told Krishna is, in fact, he established Udupi Krishna temple. Right? So then you go and see, okay, what about other scriptures? Let us talk about not only Bhagavad Gita, others too. Okay, you tell me which Purana you want. Shiv Purana you want? You want Matsya Purana you want? Kurma Purana you want? Which Purana you want? Chalo, sit down, let's sit with the scripture. When you read that scripture under proper direction, you'll understand who is God. It's not like my favorite God is Rama, my favorite God is Krishna, my favorite God is somebody, Phalana Dimka. It can go anywhere. That is the biggest problem. No? There has to be a basis. Everybody likes somebody, but that somebody cannot be God. It to be God, there has to be a basis. Isn't it? Don't we do that in our life? Yes. We do that in our life. There has to be a basis. When you buy a shampoo, have you ever bought a shampoo with no label on it? कुछ तो रहना चाहिए ना उसका नाम पता ISI mark, right? Some certification. Don't you see that? We see that, right? Then when it comes to God, why do we become blind? God also has a certification that he is certified by the great acharyas and the great disciplinic succession, right? So that's what we learned then. And then we talked about who am I, right? That was the 6th session, I think. Yeah. So who am I? Am I a doctor, software engineer? What am I? Right? I'm a soul. Yeah. I'm a husband. I'm a husband, provided my wife is with me. If I don't have a wife, can I call myself husband? No. That means everything that we have is temporary only. The name, the designation that we are having is relative definition. If that thing is existing, I am having that designation. If I have a team, I am a manager. If I have no team, can I call myself a manager? No. So everything is relative. Right? Like that. Again. Yeah. So then we talked about who am I, who is soul, how is soul. How do we know that we are soul? We went scientifically, how do we know that we are soul? Isn't it? Like by common sense, by consciousness, levels of consciousness, by reincarnation proof. We had proof of reincarnation. People are taking birth again, different bodies they're getting. They're remembering the previous bodies, proved. And hellish bodies from heavenly, hellish planets, people are coming. That also proof is there. Some families have actually seen the people coming from hell, right? And near-death experiences. How many of you have seen that small lecture I've sent? My friend who actually spoke. How many have seen? Yeah, Ravi Chintala. Please, in the group, just go and click that. He'll just speak for 15 minutes what he went through. He actually saw death. He died. Clinically, he was dead. All doctors told he's dead. His wife is crying. After some time, he came back. And he told what he saw. And immediately after this, he started turning 16 rounds. He never believed in God. He never believed in anything. But he experienced bahut ho gaya. Right? So some fortunate people get that experience. We don't want to that. I don't want that experience. Before having experience, we should be able to hear him and follow. So there are many ways to prove that we are the soul. We understood that, right? I'm kind of summarizing all this things quickly. So now the context now we're going to the next level. That's the reason I'm doing this, right? After the who am I? What did we do the next session?
Secrets of death.
Secrets of death. Hota kya hai maut ke time pe, right? Where do we go after death? How is the journey? Whose journey goes where? Do we all go in the same direction? No. According to what our consciousness is, very clearly Krishna is saying everything in Bhagavad Gita, and we went through the session. Now, ये सब ज्ञान पूरा ठीक है प्रभु. Now the religion is shaken when this question comes. Everybody is okay to the knowledge till now. अभी तक knowledge ठीक है, चलता है. ठीक है प्रभु जी, God है, Krishna है, ठीक है. ये क्यों कर रहा है? Right? Let us go. In session is divided into two sessions. Right? This particular why do bad things happen to good people is divided into two sessions. Today we'll do the first part. Next part we'll do next week. Right? And next week it will be more on destiny, free will, and karma. That is a very intriguing discussion. Don't miss that. Right? Lot of faith people say, "Mera haath dikha hai, mera dekha aisa hai, ye hai, wo hai." How does it work? You need to understand how does it work. Right? Laws behind karma we'll discuss. Commonly asked questions on karma. This also we'll discuss today. Types of karma, most probably next week. Let's see, if you don't have many questions, I'll keep going. If you will touch that. And sources of karma. कहाँ से कर्मा आता है? मैंने ही कर्मा किया तो मुझे कर्मा आता है या किसी और के कर्मा से भी कर्मा आता है? Right? Lot of things are there in that. Then destiny versus karma. Right? Then finally, why should I even know all this? How is it going to benefit me? This whole knowledge of karma, if I know, what is the benefit I get? Right? And finally, conclusion of how to handle it. ठीक है प्रभु, handle कैसे करना बताओ. ठीक है? So that is what we'll discuss then. Okay. So now let us ask, how many have this question? Why do bad things happen to good people? है question है? अगर question नहीं है तो answer समझ में नहीं आया. If you're too happy right now in your life, don't think the happiness will remain forever. Because this dukhalaya ashashvata. It will go. And immediately misery will come. Misery will go, happiness will come. This is part of this world. Right? So let us see this person, Harold Kushner. He wrote a book called Why Do Bad Things Happen to Good People? He's a Westerner. He was a priest. And he was distributing Christianity, like basically knowledge of what Christ was, what Jesus did, how merciful he was, how he took the sins of everybody. Like that he was doing, right? And at one point, he was taking a small son, like he had just baby born, and in that stroller, he was taking him around the downtown. And suddenly some shooting happened. And one person shot the bullet and directly came and killed the child. It's very painful, right? And for a father to see his son dead on the spot because the bullet directly came and hit the stroller. And then he questioned, why did this happen to my son? I was serving you only, God. I was serving you only. My life was for you, right? My life was, I was totally preaching Bible. Then how can this happen to me? If you are there, you should have saved me. You should have saved my son. How can this happen? Right? Is it a logical question? He was totally bewildered. His faith got shook off. Like something is wrong. Something is wrong. Maybe God is great, but greater than God is Satan. Shaitan. We call Shaitan. They call Satan. Maya. Maybe there is some energy that God also can't control. Right? Like that he started thinking. Then he wrote this book. Why do bad things happen to good people? It's a big bestseller. It went all over the place. But what did this book create? It created more atheists than theists. Basically, he proved that God is there, but he's weak fellow. Even if he's there, some Buddha, some old fellow sitting and call him as God. Maybe he's a creator, maybe he's a maintainer, but he's not a controller. He can't control. You know what I'm saying? So he became atheist, right? And he started spreading atheism. How is it possible? Somebody who was serving in the church for so many years, as a priest, became atheist, right? This child, this child is just born. Innocent children, like, look at this boy, he's so sweet. Isn't it? किसी का बिगाड़ा इसने? Did he have any पंगा with any of you? No, right? Hare Krishna. Yeah. You can come in the front position. Right? Children are so sweet. Then how come in the cancer hospital there are children? क्या बिगाड़ा उन्होंने किसी को? If there is a God, what kind of merciless God is he? Hey, what did that bacha do? My son, my father, sorry, my friend, he lives near Karnataka. His brother's son had cancer. And he was like 4 years old, just 4-year-old boy. 1 year the boy went through, cannot imagine that kind of thing. Chemotherapy, therapy. He was like all over the place, father. He sold his house. He stopped his job. Like, what can I do? मेरे बच्चे को बचाना है. My son has to be saved. And sometimes he used to come and I used to meet him. I only used to hug him and say, Prabhu, keep faith. जो होगा ठीक होगा, don't worry. But his faith was shaken, completely shaken. It came to a point where doctors told, now we all were going and giving platelets. We are going on giving so many platelets, so many. कितना देंगे? कितने लोगों को लेकर आएंगे? At one point, the doctor told, see, you can go on like this, but the boy is not going to survive. Right? You have to accept that it's gone beyond. It's completely, there's no hope. Right? And then he had to take that call. For a father, it's so difficult. A bacha khel raha hai yaar, ghar mein, he's playing, he's talking. Right? And the child came and asked him one day. That was the toughest thing for the father to take. He asked him, Papa, I want to live with you. I don't want to die. Can you imagine the father's pain? It's unbelievable pain. When I think of it, tears come to my eyes. Whenever I think of what happened to him. It was a New Year day, 31st December, I think 2016. Both father and mother said, we can't save him. Let's bring him home. So the moment they stopped the treatment, within 4 hours, the child passed away. Just blood came from all day and died. Now the question is there a God? है या मर गया भगवान? गुस्सा आता है ना? आता है नहीं आता है? बिल्कुल आता है. अगर भगवान है, नहीं देख रहा है तो काहे का भगवान है? Where is he sitting? What is that Krishna? Huh? Krishna Murari, Mukunda Murari. क्या है भजन? ठीक है, गुस्सा आता है. When you go through that, you get the anger. Where is that God? Doing so much for God. Where is that God? My mother is doing bhajan. My father is doing bhajan. I have not done anything bad to anybody. Does that God exist? Right? This war happened. This lady lost her child in the war. What wrong did she do? She was just taking care of her husband and child. है कि नहीं? वो उधर से वहां के बॉम्ब गिरा, पूरा दुनिया बिखर गया. Her husband died, her child died, she's mourning. Where is that God? What wrong did I do? Right? Same way, look at that person in this Palestine, Israel, this combat, they keep bombing each other. Right? So many innocent people die. Forget about religion. Whether you're a Muslim or a Hindu or a Christian, बच्चा तो बच्चा है भैया, है कि नहीं? Brother is brother. His brother died. Right? I don't know how many of you are brothers or sisters. Right? He's holding him and crying. Why? Why him? Why me? Why me? It's a big question that comes, right? Why me? मेरे साथ क्यों हो रहा है? है कि नहीं? Huh? What about this girl? Yeah, the Delhi rape case. We all know that. Many have happened, but media really brought this forward and the entire nation was shaken. Right? Now, this girl was brutally raped. Not only raped, abused, beaten. It was inhuman. What happened with her was inhuman. Actually, even Rakshasas would not do what these poor people have done. These poor fellows have done. What if I say now that I make that girl's parents sit and say, तुम्हारे बच्ची का कर्मा है? Huh?
I think not only this, I think during 8 months, all of a sudden, actually, process came out of it. Then you land back.
Right?
Right.
Can I go and tell her parents that तुम्हारी बेटी का कर्मा है, that is the reason it happened. Will they accept it? Okay, इसका कर्मा है, तो ये लोग क्या कर रहे थे वहां पे? They were delivering the karma, they are representatives of God. Huh? See, she had karma to go through. Let us understand. Okay. Previous life, she did something. What about these fellows? Why they should be punished? If there is karma, somebody has to execute that karma. So can't I decide as a religionist that no, these four people, God sent them to rape her? How many will accept this answer? Huh? So what? So how is it happening? Okay, one has done karma, उसका reaction आना है. उसका reaction आना है, वो execute कर रहा है, तो उसको भी कर्मा मिलेगा नहीं मिलेगा? अगर कर्मा मिलेगा, right? तो ये लोग क्यों किए? I mean, somebody has sent them, right? I mean, why did they come out of the blue? It's not like they knew this girl for months before it happened. They just saw her that night, right? And they did something they never would have thought of doing. Right? I think one of them hanged himself in the jail. He could not face the world after. But anyway, point is, how do we understand this? When we go to temples, gurudwaras, mosques or churches, whatever faith that we are following, how this question can be answered? Again, faith shake हो रहा है नहीं हो रहा है भगवान या नाटक बना रखा है? दो लोगों को मेटल वहां पे लगा दिया और उसको फूल चढ़ा दिया, तो भगवान है? क्या कर रहा भगवान? जब ये लड़की का रेप पूरा था, क्या कर रहा था भगवान? मुरली बजा रहा था? कहां पे था? Brothers and Mataji's, I am being very blunt and tough today because I want that atheist sitting inside you to come out. मेरे को देखना है, उसका दर्शन करना है. So many people are there going around to temples, but actually they are 99% atheists only. 1% ऊपर से ऐसे चढ़ा के मतलब हरि बोल प्रभु, कुछ प्रॉब्लम हो गया नहीं आना सत्संग में, कुछ भी प्रॉब्लम हो गया नहीं करना भजन, काहे का भगवान है, बाहर में गया तेरा भगवान. Any problem will come, stop, chanting band, bhajan band, religion band, atheism chalu. Why India has become filled with atheists today? Because nobody answered this question properly. How many agree with this point? This question has to be answered. It has to be answered properly. And ऐसा नहीं कि I told something and you all have to believe. You also should ask questions. नहीं प्रभु, I don't agree. आप पूरा class ले, but I still don't agree. Right? And Guru's role is to go and make sure that you agree at some point by giving you the right answers and the right proof. ठीक है? Yeah. And somebody who came like a savior, he was also beaten to death. Huh? What kind of religion was that? Right? Where the messenger of God was beaten, I mean, like butchered. I don't know if you've seen that movie, Mel Gibson's, what is it? Passion of Christ. If you've not seen that movie once, see that movie once. It's worth it. Don't see with small children, but see it once. Passion of Christ. You will feel, my God, what did they do with him? All he was saying is, don't kill each other, be nice with each other. He was telling basics of religion. He was not even telling Bhagavad Gita. He was telling basic religion बता रहा था. उसको मार ही डाला. Right? Such are those. It happened even in India, to many sadhus. Recently in Maharashtra, Palghar, sadhus were beaten to death. Right? Didn't the whole country react to it? कहाँ reaction time किधर है? मेरा time sheet भरना है, मेरे को office जाना है. Right? Where is the unity to even stop that? But problem is there. Why? Because there is no faith. Basically, there is no faith in people. Faith is all shaken up. We don't have answers. Somebody can recite 700 shlokas of Bhagavad Gita, but he can't answer this question. What is the use of that 700 shlokas? So please pray to Krishna that he should give you the faith. He should make you understand this. I can't make you understand this. I'm going to repeat some slides. But you have to pray to Krishna. Krishna, please give me that faith. That whatever happens in my life, I should not lose faith. That only God can do. Nobody else can do. And He will directly do to you. And this knowledge is not something that abhi bol diya tum believe karoge. You might understand it, but getting that faith will take blessing only. Right? Only blessings of Krishna are needed for you to get that faith. Let's go forward. What is karma? Karma ka matlab kya hai? What comes to your mind when we say karma? Action, yes. There is a, if you go to Banjara here, I think on road number 12, there is a karma coffee also. Karma shoes are also there. Somebody at karma free restaurant kept, somebody kept like that. I was surprised. In US also they use the word karma. Right? Karma. Like that they say. In meetings also they say, oh, the karma. Like that. Pata nahi kya soch raha ho. Again, like for them, yoga means yoga mats, tight pants. That is yoga. For us, yoga means connecting with God. It's a different definition. So, what other things come to your mind? क्या क्या समझ में कर्मा बोलते हैं? हम लोग तेलुगु में बोलते हैं बा कर्मा, हाँ? कर्मा जैसे लोग, उसने कर्मा किया. Karma is action or karma is reaction? Outcome. So what is action then? Karma is both. Karma is action also, reaction also. आपने क्या कर्म किए? What karma you did? आपको क्या कर्म मिला? What you got? है कि नहीं? Both action and reaction is karma. Yeah. So karma is like this person here. Hare Krishna. My nose is not working properly. You can see, right? So what do you call this thing? Is there is some term for this? Dominoes. So this fellow is throwing the domino here, and he's sitting. गिर गया. He's sitting. थोड़ी देर में क्या होगा? पीछे से आके फट बोल के गिरेगा उसको, है कि नहीं? So he is the one who put the first one. He's not thinking that it's going to come back to him, है कि नहीं? Karma is reaction of our own action. So this arrow is going like this, with a circle, it's coming back to him, right? Now this person here, he has the face of a bull, and the bull has the face of that person, because that's what is going to happen in next life. You killed him, he will kill you. Simple. You did something, he will do it. There is no doubt about this. You can't say that, no, I ate him. He'll also eat you. Right? Oh, it's my food. You're also his food. No problem. It's simple logic. Whatever you do, you get it back. You get it back. That is how this whole world functions. Right? Forget about God for a minute. How many here believe? Sincerely, keep your hand on your heart and tell me. How many of you believe that if you do good, you get good? Yes? And if you do bad, you get bad. Believe करते हैं लोग? भैया इसी को तो कर्मा बोलते हैं. When religion says it, we are like, oh, religion. I didn't even tell religion. Simple English words I asked. अच्छा करेगा तो अच्छा मिलेगा. बुरा करोगे तो बुरा मिलेगा. మంచి చేస్తే మంచి వస్తుంది. చెడు చేస్తే చెడు వస్తుంది. Simple. There is no, you don't need a big science or a lecture or presentation for this. Take it. If you do somebody good, it will come back to you. You would have experienced that in your life only. Right? Newton's law of action. What is Newton's law? We all got marks, no? What is it? Every action has a equivalent outcome. Full mark. Every action has equivalent and opposite reaction. Right? Equivalent and opposite reaction. So is this law of karma? Is this law of karma? Yeah, in a way it's law of karma, but it's not totally law of karma. Because the mercy aspect is missing. Every action has an equivalent reaction. That is Newton's law. Krishna's law is every action may or may not have an equal reaction because I am there. I may decrease it, I may increase it. So God's element is not there in that Newton's law. Otherwise, it's perfectly law of karma. See, I've done something wrong. I've insulted my mother, or I've told something wrong to my mother, right? So that is action. What is the reaction of that? एक बेलन लेकर फट फट फट, है कि नहीं? Huh? But एक one, Amma, please sorry. Then what comes? Mercy. आज नहीं बेटा कल मारूंगी. Right? मार तो पड़ेगा, लेकिन थोड़ा कम पड़ेगा, right? और तुमको नहीं पड़ेगा. एक्चुअली तुम्हारा ये हाल होने के लिए तुम्हारे पापा रेस्पॉन्सिबल है. तो वो कर्मा किया भी नहीं, उसको रिएक्शन मिल गया. हाँ? या ऐसा होता है. तो yeah, Newton's law has, it's a subset of karma. It's not full karma. So what people speak around is like, I get a reaction to what I've done is right, but intricacy of karma is a little more. Something is more. Oxford Dictionary also is saying, Oxford Dictionary, I don't know when it became so-called religious. It says, can you read it, Prabhu? Can you read what is written in your Oxford Dictionary?
The person actually the previous state of this you would actually became the state that in the future.
See, the sum of a person's actions in this and previous states, वो ये नहीं बोला जन्म, controversial नहीं चाहिए अपने को, right? In this and previous states of existence, this or previous मतलब क्या? There has to be past existence also, viewed as deciding fate for in future existence. So they don't have a choice; they have to agree. See, this Christian pastors, they actually don't preach Bible also properly because unko, what is their main business? Convert. Pagdo logon ko convert karo. That is the main thing. So what do they say? There is no next birth. Actually, there is no karma also. You believe in Jesus, you will go to heaven. If you don't believe in Jesus, you will go to hell. Like that they'll tell. But they also can't answer the question. If you go and make them sit and ask, Arey, what about, the good and bad he's doing now? He should get react. No, if you believe in Jesus, you'll go. See, once I'll tell you, it's funny thing. I was in San Jose, in California, and I was standing outside the Indian store. So my wife was inside, I was standing outside. Just standing outside. One fellow came. Terminator converter came. So chota pamphlet gave me. Then he said, okay, theek hai. So he didn't know that I preach also. I was not, I think my tilak went away by then. I was in the office morning time, wearing formal clothes, I was standing. So it says, you are new, they would be done. Like Telugu started. దేవుడు బిడ్డ, son of, you're a bidda, whatever. We started. I didn't understand what's going on. He was like maybe in his 60s. Maybe he's traveling to his children in America. He's a Christian. He wanted to continue the business there also. See, we are not against Christians, but why do you have to convert? You be a good Christian, I'll be a good Hindu. No problem. Right? Purpose. So he started. And now, you will worship Jesus and you'll go to Jesus. You'll go to heaven. Then I understood, oh, he converted. He said, chalo, chodo. And I did, okay, you can go ahead. Then usko satisfaction nahi aaya. Right? Unnecessarily he came and poked me. I was peacefully said, ja abhi. Mereko nahi baat karna tere se. Okay, I take that pamphlet, I'm happy. Usko feeling nahi aaya. Fir se aaya. But if you believe in Jesus, you will go to heaven. If you believe in Jesus, other things you should not believe. If you believe anything, you will go meet Satan. Then I saw my watch, like, time hai. Chal beta baith ja. Chal abhi time hai beta, tere se baith ja. Chal okay. मैं बोला यार मेरे दादी ने क्या गलती किया? My दादी did not know that there is Jesus. अच्छी औरत थी वो, अच्छी औरत है एकदम. तुम भी घर आओगे तुमको चाय देगी, तुम भी घर आओ तुमको खिलाएगी. वो हेवन गई या हेल गई बताओ कोई? जीसस नहीं मालूम उसको. वो सोचने लगा अभी क्या बोल रहा है, मतलब हेवन गई या हेवन हेल गई. Then I saw one more lady was standing outside. So I, Mataji, can you come here? She understood what's going on. She was also Hindu, standing. Yes. ये हेवन जाएगी हेल जाएगी बता इसको. अभी बता, तू अभी बता, हेवन जाएगा. Then he understood. Then I asked him a simple question. Why are bad things happening to people? क्यों हो रहा है? क्योंकि वो एडम पागल 1 kg एप्पल खाया, वो 1 kg एप्पल खाया, मैं अभी तक यहाँ पे मर रहा हूँ. क्या लिंक है पता मेरे को पहले. That fellow ate that forbidden apple, and you are charging me the price of that apple now. क्या मतलब? What is the link? I didn't eat the apple. मैं उसको तू एप्पल खाएगा? Then he said, sir, it's okay. If you don't want to come, you can give the money. नहीं बैठ बेटा तो भाई. तू बैठ अभी. बहुत बात करना बैठ अभी. वो भाग गया हो. Literally ran away. They don't have answers. They don't have answers. They have no clue what they are preaching. All they know is catch an innocent fellow and convert him. With money, whatever they'll give, they'll do it. Conversion is their business. You know, when they'll catch, they'll go to hospitals. They'll go to Adivasis. They'll go to software employees also. इनको क्या ज्ञान है? पढ़े रहेंगे वहाँ पे, है कि नहीं? So they'll go and they'll convert. Because we don't have any scriptural knowledge. Religion का तो कुछ नहीं मालूम है कि नहीं? So that is a problem. So we should know after this 12th session, कोई converter terminator है, you will become terminator for that converter. है कि नहीं? क्या बात कर रहा है? बोल. हाँ. So Oxford Dictionary also is saying it. They don't have. World has to agree. World has to agree that people are taking birth again and again. That cannot be disproven. It is there. Reality is there. We have so many proofs. I showed the Ian Stevenson. Go and read his book, re Baba. But पैदा हो रहे लोग बार-बार. तो क्यों आ रहे वापस? Why are they coming back? There has to be some logic, right? I mean, it's not like ऐसे गिर गए, right? They are taking birth somewhere. They have already taken birth somewhere. So there should be some logic. People get confused with karma because they don't understand the correlation between action and reaction. प्रभु जी, ये तो बताओ मैंने किया क्या? Right? ऐसे सजा दे रहे हो. You are giving me punishment. At least tell me what wrong I did. Don't you get that question? ठीक है प्रभु जी, action reaction ठीक है. So इस action का ये reaction. Right? इस action का ये reaction. अब मेरे को reaction है. मैंने action क्या किया? ये तो मुझे बताओ. People get that question. It's a very essential. We'll discuss that. How do we understand that? Yeah. So all religions agree on karma. Whatever religion you go, indirectly, directly, they agree. Right? Christianity also is saying, in everything, do to others as you would have done, do to you. For this is the law of the prophets. Jesus, Matthew 7:12. Sikhism. I am a stranger to no one and no one is a stranger to me. Indeed, I am a friend to all. Right? Because karma comes back. Islam. Not one of you truly believes until you wish for others what you wish for yourself. The Prophet in Adai. So you can just go through all the religions. Everybody says that if you do bad to somebody, bad will come to you. If you do good to somebody, good will come to you. That is where they conclude. They can't say. But the only thing is that controversially, they say that this is the only birth, better go to Allah. This is the only birth, better go to Christian. But Sanatan Dharma is so great. It doesn't threaten people like that. It says your wish. तेरे को वापस आना है, काम करना है इन्फोसिस में, काम कर, फिर से आ. तेरे को वापस आना है, आके ये करना, करो, no problem. You are in Tamoguna, here is a scripture for Tamoguna. You are in Rajoguna, here is a scripture for Rajoguna. You are in Sattva-guna, here is a scripture for Sattva-guna. We have scriptures for every people, for every condition. You know what I'm saying? Bhagavad Gita, you can't give to a drunkard. That fellow is sitting in a bar day and night, you can't give him Bhagavad Gita. Nahi girega usko, fit nahi hoga usko. Right? But there is some scripture that you can even give to a drunkard. Right? Like Kali worshippers. For them, there are some other kind of scriptures, other process. They'll be a little soothed and slowly they'll elevate themselves. We don't reject anybody. That's the greatness of Sanatana Dharma. We don't reject anybody. There is nothing called rejection. Because we believe that we are Vasudeva. We are all sons of the same Vasudeva. Where is the question of rejecting? That is the greatness of our Acharya. We never rejected anybody. That is the reason we invited everybody. Anybody who came to this country got nice shelter. Does Parsis have any problem here in this country? No. Do Muslims have any problem? I'll tell you, they have no problem in this country as compared to their own countries. Right? Because when what happened in Afghanistan, when that Taliban came back. They were running away from their own people. He is also telling Allah, he is also telling Allah, they're running away. They know that this is horrible kind of, fanatic kind of situation which we may not be able to face. Right? So we always have that culture of inviting everybody. Because Atithi Devo, we will treat everybody as God, every guest as God. That is the greatness of our culture. But some people took advantage. Now is the time we are also going to tell that, Bhaiya, theek hai, you are a guest or a guest. Achhe tarah se raho, saath milke rehte hain. So anyway, that's a different topic. But the point is, karma as a siddhanta is there in all religions. Okay? Yeah. Laws behind karma. Does karma have a law? Is there a law book for karma? Aise hi ho raha hai. Something, you throw a ball there, it can hit him or it can hit me also. Is it like that, or there are laws? That the ball has to come back to me only. Are there laws behind karma? Yes. Yeah. Does nature have laws? Many laws are there. Law of vibration, law of relativity, law of cause and effect, plurality. Yeah. So like the law of transmutation, I don't know, I'm not a science student. Wantedly I didn't opt for it. Right? So there are so many laws. And without these laws, can you conduct an experiment in any thing? Nature has so many laws. Because of the laws only, scientists are able to do experiments. If there is no law, how can you do any experiment? Like a pendulum, you throw it like this, it will go, target, come back. Right? If it doesn't come back, it stays there only. What experiment will do? It has to come back. Otherwise, experiment ban. So there are so many laws. So scientists will be jobless if there are no laws in the nature. Right? Law of gravity. There is law of gravity, right? What is that? Who is that fellow who found out gravity? Newton. See, he threw the apple, right? And it fell down. It would have been me, I would have just eaten that apple. But Newton thought, nahi, gira kyun? Gira kyun niche? Upar kyun nahi gaya? Then he started thinking. So something which is invisible, he started seeing laws in that invisible. You understand? So science also believes in something that is invisible. Can we agree on that? Gravity cannot be seen, but he saw some laws in the invisible. When the same thing religion says, they'll not agree. That I am seeing laws in the invisible. That when I pray, I get a reciprocation back. Right? I get the satisfaction back. When I pray in a temple or wherever I go, I pray, I get the satisfaction back. When you were throwing the petals on Radha Krishna during Janmashtami, very feeling nice. When you're throwing the petals, Radha and Krishna nice. So there is a law of devotion where there is service and there is reciprocation. It is invisible. You people are blind. Tu kya blind nahi kya? Gravity kidhar hai? Right? All these laws, can you see them? Can you touch them? All these laws, you can't touch any of these laws, but still you believe in them. Again, so belief necessarily doesn't have to be declared as blind just because you can't touch it or feel it. Belief can be logical and scientific also, right? Cosmic accountability. Everything in the whole creation works under the different laws. Every cause has effect and every effect has a cause behind it. Even humans are governed by the laws of karma. What about animals? Animals ko law of karma padta hai, nahi padta hai? Is there something called law of karma for animals? No. I'm sorry. Animals don't have law of karma. They only burn karma. They can't create their karma. They don't have that capacity to create their karma. Animals only burn karma. When you have some karma, you take animal body, you burn that karma, and then you come back here. Human beings can create karma, new karma, fresh 100 grams karma. 21st August, we can create. Animals can't create. Animals can only burn. So they are given that body, go burn that karma, and they come back. They die, over, that's it. Why? Human being can choose what is good and bad. For animals, there is nothing like good and bad. They're instinct driven. Every other species is instinct driven. Meaning what? See, for example, you plant a tree. The tree will grow. The tree doesn't plan that I have to go into that building. It doesn't plan. It just grows. If the building comes on the way, it can go through the wall. It can break the wall of that building. Does it mean that it's doing bad karma? No, it is a tree. It is supposed to grow. It might sometimes go into the wall also. Doesn't mean that it's creating bad karma. But if you, as a human, your neighbor's wall is there, right? And then you start banging the wall, so tod diya wahan pe. Will you get karma? Obviously you get karma, because you wanted it doing that. See, earlier in flats, we used to have common walls. Court started getting so many cases, they passed a law in the municipality that don't build a flat with common wall. Now you can't see anywhere common walls. Do you see that? It's gone. Actually, it's a rule passed. If you are building apartment, make sure there is no common wall. Only common wall is the roof. Yeah. Side में कोई wall नहीं है. इतने सारे cases. ये मार रहा है, वो मार रही है, पटक रहा है. नहीं चाहिए मेरे को. Right? Animals don't choose. They only get. They only are instinctive. They are hungry, they'll go and eat. They are not hungry, they'll peacefully sit. We, when we are not hungry also, we want. थोड़ा और ज़्यादा. Right? Yes, human consciousness is above the other species and can be upgraded. Right? We can raise our consciousness. Animals can't. You can't. Kutta hai. Ball pakadega. Right? Dog is a sincere animal. Sincerity you can learn from dog. How sincere it is to its owner. Right? Cows, we don't consider them animal. We consider them mother. But even if you say animal, they're very more conscious than human beings. Yeah. So they don't create any karma. Even though they have more consciousness than humans, they don't create any karma. They're all the time in the mode of giving only. Giving. Even after they die, their body is given. It's like it's used. The body of a cow, if it is buried in the field, it becomes so fertile. The whole field becomes fertile. Farmer doesn't send the cow anywhere, right? And everything that the cow is a big topic in itself. We'll not get into that. But animals generally, they don't create karma. Humans create karma. We have a possibility of creating karma, right? Actually, we also are sent to burn our karma. We are sent to burn our karma, but हम लोग चुप थोड़ी बैठेंगे. कुछ ना कुछ खुजली होगा ना इधर. चलो जाके. We'll create more karma. Yes, brother.
You said as a humans we did something bad, that's why we took birth to burn the karma.
You can come back as human also.
Yeah, good. But animals mainly to only burn.
Yeah, they'll burn.
So, like now you said, cow is something we worship everything. So what kind of people will take birth as cow now? Because it is a very good thing that we worship, right? So just to burn, it can be normal. Why they come like that?
Cow is very much in a mood of giving. I don't want to speculate on that because that's a department of Yamadharmaraj. Because syllabus alag hai, constitution alag hai, mere ko nahi malum. How they decide what we get next. It might be accumulation of many things. There is also mentioned in the Vedas that before you get human birth, you take birth as a cow. There is also saying that the last birth is cow, then you take a human birth, something like that, right? When you go back, I don't know how you get a cow body or, yeah. So it's an intricacy, can be accumulation of many things. Maybe 5-6 janmas together, you got a cow birth. Karma together is given to you. In fact, people sometimes question if cow is so dear to Krishna, how come Krishna is allowing them to be butchered? Right? That's also another question. Right? I mean, how come? Namo Brahmanyaya Devaya, Gau Brahmana Hitaicha. Gau Brahmana Hitaicha. The one protects Gau and Brahmanas. More important than Brahmanas are Gaus. He's selling first Gau, Brahmana. So such kind of thing is happening now. So much cow meat is being sold. How come Krishna is allowing it? Right? Cows also feel the pain. We'll discuss that. Yeah, I'm going in a sequence. So all the questions will be answered. All other species can only burn karma, but humans can create karma. Yes. Laws behind karma. Yeah. So one of the law of karma is what? Impartial. So कुछ भी है, तेरे को वापस आएगा आएगा. I can't tell that, Prabhuji, God has to be a little partial towards me. I'm a good person. No. You've done good, you've done bad, you get a reaction to that. So I've fed him 5 times, then I've beaten him 2 times. So how much karma should I get? 3 minus 5 minus 2, 3. No. 5 bhi aayega, 2 bhi aayega. You can't calculate and say, वो इतना अच्छा किया, थोड़ा ही बुरा किया, थोड़ा बुरे का भी अलग से मिलेगा. Right? No partiality. In fact, if you're knowledgeable and you do more karma, bad karma, you get more severe punishment. Like when there was a question about who should become the prince between Duryodhana and Yudhishthir. Vidura did this trick. He brought 4 people in the assembly. And he said 4 of them together have murdered a person. They have to be punished. So you decide who has to get what punishment. Duryodhana immediately told him, what is there to decide? Kill 4 of them, eye to eye. They 4 of them killed, so 4 of them have to be killed. That is the law. And immediately Shakuri was like, hey, Jay, Duryodhana, like that. Everybody, the thrust was like, my son is so intelligent. Right? Then he asked Yudhishthir that who has to be, how they have to be punished. Yudhishthir immediately told that the Shudra, there are 4 of them are there. Shudra, Vaishya, Kshatriya and Brahmana. All 4 of them are different. So he told that the Shudra should be given 2 years punishment. Right? Vaishya should be given 5 years punishment. Kshatriya should be hanged to death. And Brahmana should be sent for Prayachita. And immediately Shakuni got like, what nonsense is, what kind of partiality is this? What kind of religion is this? What kind of dharma is this? You are not same to all. You are not same to all. Dharma means it should be same to all, impartial. No. In this also, it's not partiality, but you should see the level of consciousness. A Brahmana, he is having Brahma Gyan, he knows what is karma, he knows what is dharma. How can he go and kill somebody? He should do Prayachita, meaning he should suffer with that feeling that he has done wrong, and he should regret for that, and he has to, serve for that purpose. Brahmana should never be killed. Brahmanas are never killed. Women, Brahmanas are never killed in our Vedic culture. Never. A woman is never hanged. A woman is never tortured. A Brahmana is never killed. This is our culture. There is no discussion on this. Right? Then, Kshatriya. He is supposed to protect people, he went and kill him. He deserves to be killed. Hanged. Yeah. Then who? Vaishya. He is intelligent. He is supposed to source people funds and food. This fellow is going and killing others. He should get severe punishment. 10 years. Or whatever more number of years. Shudra. He is an order follower. Shudra means whatever his master will tell, he'll do. He is not that very intelligent. He doesn't worry about what is right, what is wrong. He just does what his master says. So you can't punish him in that. Fellow doesn't know. Right? After hearing that, the whole Rajya Sabha, they started clapping and applauding. And Bhishma was so happy that this is the king that Hastinapur should have. Then, under pressure, there was no other choice for Dhritarashtra but to make Yudhishthira the prince. He made him the prince. Right? And after that, the Lakshagra, and they tried to kill him, and again Duryodhana became prince. The whole story. But the point is, laws of karma are impartial. Laws of karma are impartial, but they have to be understood in a different way. It is different for different people. And there is a whole calculation happening in a planet called Yamaloka. The whole calculation, data science planet. All our data is kept at one place, and the permutations and combinations are rotated. So we will get the answer from there. They know better. Inexplorable and unstoppable. You can't stop karma from coming back to you. Whatever you do. You see, people go to what is that? Nasik. Nasik was Konsa temple, Lord Shiva's temple. Triambakeshwar, right? And Jyotirling, yeah. And they go to some very famous places are there, where they go and do some ceremonies or ratas or homas to come out of bad reactions. Right? Some people wear a stone. Some people are recommended to wear a stone. Some people are recommended to, not do activities at a certain time. Right? So is this all blind belief or does it actually work? It actually works. But you can't avoid karma. You can only postpone karma. Understand that very simple. Because you're doing this doesn't mean that karma is gone. Karma is not gone. Bhaiya, wo hai. Tera bank balance aise hi hai. Right? You're just postponing it. Okay, at this point of time, I'm not in a position to face it. Can I get some relief? Can I get some relief? You're understanding, all of you? Yeah. So by wearing this stone, I can actually avoid some part of reaction. I can postpone some part of reaction, but the reaction will come. Now, what is the stone business? See, all these stars that we are seeing are being ruled by great devatas. How many devatas we have? Mukkoti devatas. And each devata has a role to play in our body. Such a great intrinsic technology. I mean, you can't believe the way they function, the whole devatas and the way this whole universe is functioning. Remember one thing, we're all integrated. When you do something wrong, the reaction is not just local, it's universal. Right? For example, our eyelids, we are doing like this, right? There is a devata called Nimi. He is the control of all eyelids. If he goes on casual leave, we all will be like this. Simple. So every little thing is being monitored. Everything is planned. You know, when some bad has to come into your life, there is a planet. When that appears in a certain direction, the bad will start. It happened with me. You know, have you heard of SSR?
Yes.
You go to SSR. 7.5 years. Whatever you do, it will not be as per your plan. But some people will earn more. Some people will lose more. But that's nothing to do with SSR. That is there in your destiny. Whatever you do, it will work. And SSR will also work. Right? But you can postpone and fiddle with that SSR here and there. Right? So if you wear some stone, the reaction comes and the reaction is sent back. Right? It is sent back, saying it will not affect you until you are wearing that stone. But agle janam mein kya karoge? You can't take the stone to next life, right? You'll get it there. So you can postpone things. You can maneuver things. You can. How is it useful in spirituality? Is all this useful in spirituality? Yeah, in a way you can use. You can use. The science can be used in spirituality. How? बारिश होने वाला है, मालूम है? Is it a good information or bad information? तो क्या करोगे? बाहर जाना है अभी, क्या करोगे? छाता लेके जाओगे. You'll take umbrella and go out. Right? So when you are going to have bad times ahead, and you are practicing spirituality, what you'll do? You'll become more stronger and you'll go more deeper. You'll go more. You'll become more spiritual. Your consciousness will raise so that you'll not get affected. I'll tell you a story from Padma Purana. Right? So there were these 4 fishes. You can tell this to your children also, your friends also. Nice story. What you should do when you are in difficulty. That is a thing you learn out of this. So there is 4 fishes. 4 of them are nicely dancing and playing on the surface of the water. Sometimes you see, right? Fish comes out and goes inside. Nicely they're playing, whatever game they're playing. And suddenly they hear one, one person who, क्या बोलते हैं उसको? Fisherman. Fisherman, they hear, fisherman saying, कल सवेरे इस तरफ डालेंगे, सभी को ले लेंगे. So next tomorrow you're going to put there, get all the fishes. Immediately they hear that. Here, sunte, all the 4 fishes heard that. Oh my God, he's going to put the jali now. Let's go down. Immediately, one fish directly goes, it goes down. And he says, next 4 days I'm not coming out, I'm here only. Koi khel nahi, koi play nahi. I'm staying down. Whoever wants to come down. Another fish says, okay, I'll also come with you. I also am scared, I also come with you. Another 2 fishes they'll say, we still have time to play. Let's play. No problem. He told tomorrow he'll put jali. I can play today. What is the big deal? But the fisherman changed his mind. He put the jali then and there. Both of them got into the jali. And both of them were in the jali. They are like, hey, cursing each other. You pagal, we should have gone down. You only told we'll play. Like that. Both of them are discussing. And he takes the jali, puts them on the boat. Puts them on the boat. They're going through, they can't breathe properly, they might die. They know that kurma banne wala hai, kuch hone wala hai. They're totally scared and like that. So one fish is telling another fish, we should have also gone with those 2. नीचे अच्छे खेल रहे हो लोग, nicely they've gone down. Now unnecessarily you are playing on the top, we are in trouble now. So other fish is telling you, keep quiet now, don't discuss, let me think. So what is there to think? We are in the boat now. Right? So one fish is very anxious, kuch karna hai abhi. Another fish is like, sochne de mere ko. Right? Tamoguna, Rajoguna, or Tamo and Sattva, something in fishes also. They're thinking like that. So the fish which was very jittered, very scared that it's going to die, started jumping. Tapa, 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 tapa. Click it. Like this. It is going this side, it is going this side, it's going this side. It wants to jump out of the boat. Somehow it wants to do something. Other fish tell us to care. We'll figure out something. What did the fisherman do? He looked at that fish. Too much jump karna hai. Ek log liya, phaad bolke usko mara. Mar gaya. When he gave me too much disturbance on the boat. While he was beating that other fish, this fish saw a little hole on the left side of the boat. Right? Slowly it sneaked there. It went into the water. And again it went down. Right? So what morals we get out of this story? Is that when you are going through a bad time, zyada koodo mat idhar udhar. Just stay there. Anyway, it's going to happen. Whatever bad is going to happen, will happen. धीरे 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 इंटेलिजेंस यूज करो या फिर चुप बैठो. जो होना है होगा, जो होना है होगा. उसको you can't stop because already you are in that situation. Use your intelligence how best you can face the situation. And another moral that you can learn from this is when difficulties are coming, go deep. Go deep in your consciousness. Right? Bhagavad Gita padho. Satsang mein raho. Even if difficulty comes, you will have the ability to face it. God doesn't give difficulties. God's mercy comes in the form of scriptures. It increases our ability to face the difficulties. You understand? It increases the consciousness to understand why is it happening with me? And okay, how do I understand this? How do I deal with this? That is God's mercy. Right? So he gives us the knowledge. As soon as some difficulty is coming, so we were going through a real tough time. For example, some technology changed, people are firing people in the office, you're sitting, my home loan is there, you're a gay, kya karu? Then you should not go and shout at your boss or go and talk to HR, kuch karo mera. Hai ki nahi? Mere ko bacha lo. Kuch bhi karne ki zarurat nahi. One, sit down and see, can I learn the technology? Can I do something with myself? Instead of wasting my time trying to complain, rather I use in learning something. What will come out is different thing. Agar mere ko job rahega, nahi rahega, I'll do my part. That is one way of looking at it. Another way of looking at it, everything is temporary. I'm sure if this job is gone, some other job I'll get. If nothing is there, I'll sell dosa on the road. What is the big deal? No problem. I have to make money. Right? I mean, I'm not a joke. Actually, it's a very, very intelligent people. They think like that. And it doesn't matter. Like Steve Jobs, when he was thrown out of his own company, what did he do? He went into depression. No, he didn't go to depression. He went into animations. It completely took another route. Right? He opened a company in that. And that company became so famous that through that, again, he was brought back into Apple, saying that you come back again. Great people never give up. They never give up. They always keep trying. They keep going forward. They have something to do. But I say complain bhi nahi karenge. So karma is unstoppable. You can't stop it. It will come to you. But you should know how to face it. You should have the intelligence to face it. Yeah. Can we fight against the laws of God? See, one fellow was going in a ship. Right? So he was having the radar. Captain of the ship was going. There is some other light also coming from opposite side. Immediately called. Some signal there. And signal came back. Baju hato. Move. This fellow told, tum hato. Move. Said, Baju hato. Tum hato. Baju hato. Tum hato. Go to the side. No, I will not go. You go. I will not go. This fellow went and banged it. Then he said, that fellow was a lighthouse. वो चिल्ला रहा बाजू हट रहा बाबा ये मैं तुम हटो लाइटहाउस कहाँ से हटेगा back in that place. Again, so laws of God are like lighthouse. They will tell you मत कर मरेगा सफर करेगा नहीं तुम करो तुम बदलो नहीं होता. So, Hare Krishna. Had it been ghost discussion, it would have made a big difference. Yeah. So the point is, you can't go and fight with laws of God. Laws are there. You can't go and argue there. नहीं मेरे को भूख लग रहा था उसको मार दिया. अरे भैया है वहां पे लॉ, तेरे पास वहां बाजू में कुछ और भी था. There he had something else to eat also. Why did you kill that? Right? There is a whole intrinsic calculation going on. मेरे को टेस्ट अच्छा लगता है तो मर. फिर टेस्ट के लिए तो if you are killing something, then you have to pay for it. For survival, if you are killing something, that's a different thing. Law changes. You understand? For everything, not only eating, everything that we do has a very clear reaction. When I get into types of karma, some of you will become uncomfortable, I'm telling you. It is so many types are there. A lot of us don't know. But डराने के लिए नहीं करना episode, but you have to understand how the world is functioning. Right? It has a very, very intrinsic things going on. So karma deals with the tendencies. What does it mean? Karma deals with the tendencies. Now let's go back to that girl's episode that Mataji was killed in Delhi. Those 4 people, they did wrong to her. Right? Those 4 people, they did wrong to her. How come those 4 people were chosen? Why not you and me? Anybody? See, the way karma functions is, it will search for the tendency in the people who are ready to do those things. You understanding? Please focus. This is a little intrinsic discussion. It will search for those people who have a tendency of doing that bad. And still that person is given a choice. You want to do it or no? You understanding? For example, I went on the road. Some people have to beat me now. Some people have to beat me now. Whom will they choose? They tell Harshad Prabhu to beat me. Prabhu will say, Aaj nikal. I'm just joking, because we are friends, No. Prabhu ji ko kyun marna? Nahi karna. So favorable is less. Favorability is less. This fellow will not beat him. But somebody who has the tendency to beat for money, usko paise to kisko bhi marega, right? So what karma will do, it will go and find that fellow and bring that fellow in front of this fellow. Sab dekho kya hota hai. Because reaction this fellow has to get. This fellow has to get that reaction because he has done something bad. I have done something bad, so I should get that reaction. Whole world might think I'm a good person, but Yama knows what am I. I can fake that I'm a good person in front of everybody. But my heart knows, my Paramatma knows, and Yama Dharmaraj knows that what this fellow has done. So reaction has to come. Now reaction has to come now. Somebody has to deliver that reaction. Who will be the person who will deliver that reaction? Somebody who has a tendency of giving it. Simple, enough. So these 4 people were sent at that place, at that point, because they have the tendency. Do they still have a choice? Yes. If they execute based on the tendency, they'll get back karma. But if they stop, no, it's not right. Poor innocent girl, she is stuck somewhere in the night. We should not do this. Let us actually help her go to her house. So what happened suddenly? Their bad karma, they did not commit any bad karma. Instead, they committed good karma. So their entire karma cycle changes. And this girl who was supposed to get that reaction, the reaction is postponed. Just postponed. Or it will be broken up into different. So just imagine the dynamic way the whole world is working. It's not fixed, it's dynamic. So you understand? It's not like A to A is equal to A. Nahi, aisa nahi hota hai. There is a whole dynamic thing that's going on around. Right? People with a tendency are brought forward to do certain things. They still have a choice of doing it or not. Most probably they'll do it because they have the tendency. Simple. Are you all understanding? Laws behind it. Works on tendencies of the people. We don't belong to this material world. Hence, following rules is strange. Actually, rules किसको अच्छा लगता है बोलो यहाँ पे? ये करो, ये मत करो, ये करो, ये मत करो, ये करो, मत करो, करो, मत करो, ये मत करो. अच्छा लगता है? Do you like that? Do you like living like that? Nobody likes living like that. Bhaiya, mere ko jo karna hai marzi. I want to do whatever I want. Right? But we are supposed to follow rules in this material world. But it is very unnatural for us to follow this rule. In the spiritual world, there is no rule. Krishna doesn't have any rule. He will go and do anything he wants to do. Balram will do anything he wants to do. When we go to Krishna, we'll also do anything we want to do. We'll get into a fight with Krishna. Krishna ko patak diya ulta. Krishna is crying. Yashoda will catch us. Mere bete ko kyun mara? Right? Then my mother will go and fight with Yashoda. Kyun mara? Kana ko kyun mara? Then both of them will beat me, saying, kyun mara karne? Right? The whole discussion, there is no karma there. Because everything is happening in the sweetness of Krishna. It's spiritual order, there is no karma there. But here there is karma. Here there is big time karma. Are you all following? Huh? Yeah. So it's strange to us. Having these rules is not. See, we all want to enjoy. That is the reason we came to my home, Krishe. I enjoy karne ka hai. Aate rule. You're not supposed to, have this much sound in the house. You're not supposed to have, not supposed to have shoe racks in the balcony. You're not supposed to have this. You're not supposed to have that. Acha lagta hai. You like this? Arre, I'm paying rent. I'm owning this land. I should be able to do it. No, sir. Thodi hota hai. Material world means rules. Even if you don't want, you have to pay for it. Right? That is so. How many? Can I ask Srinivas Prabhu? How many friends you have in my home, Krishe now?
In my home. You.
Five? One or two. Okay. How many enemies you have in my home, Krishe? He doesn't know. How many enemies you have here, Mataji? Huh? No, sure about it? Simple thing I'll ask. If you put loud music in your house, how many enemies you'll have? 6. She has number also. See, the point is very simple. Until you want to enjoy, and people are allowing your enjoyment, everybody's friends. Prabhuji, Hari bol. The moment he stops your enjoyment, enemy will start. Simple. This world is like that. Don't think that entire Mayam Krishe can become my enemy if I just stop their enjoyment. If I try to do something which they don't want to enjoy, enemy abhi kabhi paisa. Material world has friends and enemies only based on one thing. Have you stopped their enjoyment? Right? Oh, uncle, you are so nice. Yeah, you're also so nice. Very nice, very nice. Shuttle ground mein gaye, tum shuttle khel rahe ho. Uncle is waiting and your game is over. He wants to come. Uncle, one more game. Yeah, pagal ho gaye? Humko bhi khelna hai. It's our turn. It's a community. Enemy chalo. Just a matter of few exchanges. Your sense gratification stopped, enemy will start. Office also like that only, right? Huh? This is my chair. No, it is my chair. Hey, it's company chair. No, I adjusted the chair. Adjustable chair. It's adjust that also. Khatam. Anyway. Until before that, he was in his chair, you were in your chair. Acha hai na chair? So we think that actually there is no enemy, but this material world has all enemies. Actually, everybody is enemy only here. Until you don't go and shake his sense enjoyment. The moment you shake, अरे घर में ही बाहर का क्या? घर में ही दुश्मन बैठे. If you don't do this, khatam.
He will beat me, Prabhu.
One snake will come.
This guy will beat me, Prabhu. He is happy now. He better.
Exactly. रिश्वत देना पड़ता है यहाँ पे भी, है कि नहीं? मेरे बच्चों को ये पूरा सेटअप करो, तेरे को एक आइसक्रीम खिलाऊंगा, ठीक है? कर्मा is settled. है कि नहीं? Yeah. So rewards and punishment. Karma's law is rewards and punishment. You get punishment and you get a reward for whatever you do. How can God punish? How God has to be more merciful all the time. God should only give blessings. He should never punish. आप लोग कैसे हो? Punish करते हो नहीं करते हो? हाँ? Punish करते हो उसको? पढ़ते ना? Don't worry like उससे. See, in our Indian culture ना, everything is very simple. बच्चा दादा सुने फाड़ दिया एकदम सीधा. No problem. That is happening for histories. Now we have been recently people have written child psychology, yes psychology, कोई psychology नहीं। एक लापा तो पूरा psychology सीधा हो जाता है। बच्चा ज्यादा trouble नहीं करेगा, right? Once my younger son, he was like shouting and creeping, हार्ड बोल के दिया, रिवर्स होके गिर गया नीचे। तो बोला उठो, ना चुप बैठो फिर। Lesson is given. Right? Now they are doing research. If I give a lapa to my child when he is 4 years old, when he is 12 years old, he'll start looking at you. 18 years old, he'll plan to murder you. 25 years old, he'll try to kill you. Huh? All that they're writing, nonsense they're writing. A child has to be treated like a father has to be a father. A wife has to be a, I'm not telling that. You told it. The point is, what is natural, just be natural. Don't try to complicate it. Okay? You're controlling something, you should do that. In fact, our society, Sanatana Dharma is so great that it is mentioned in the Vedas, in Manu Samhita, it is mentioned that to bring up a child, the whole village is needed. To bring up a child with good culture, whole village is needed. Meaning, he has to learn from a dhobi, he has to learn from a farmer, he has to learn from his mother, he has to learn from his grandmother, he has to learn values from his grandfather, from his father, right? So much together brings up a cultured child. Now, what is the nuclear situation? बाप माइक्रोसॉफ्ट में, बीवी अमेजॉन में, बच्चा अमेजॉन फॉरेस्ट में, किधर है पता नहीं, right? उसको वैल्यूज किधर से आएंगे? Very negative values. See in our satsang, na? When we have satsang in the evenings and all that, I tell all the Prabhujis, मेरा बेटा कुछ उल्टा सीधा है, लापा मारो उसको, no problem, no problem. The elders have to give that लापा मारो. That's not the only way. समझा सकते हो उसको बेटा. Don't hesitate. Even if it's somebody else's child, he needs to be corrected. The correction has to come, and the child will get a lesson from that. That I can't be the same way with others, the way I'm with my father. There is a huge, difference. Why do we need grandparents in the house? Why do we need siblings in the house? Why do we need mama, kaka, nani, dada? क्यों चाहिए? हर एक के ट्रीटमेंट से बच्चा सीधा बनता है. अभी क्या हो रहा है? Now what we are doing, nuclear family. माँ बाप दोनों ऐसे ही 23 out of 24 hours they are fighting with each other. एक घंटा बच्चे की तरफ देखते हैं, वो एक घंटा भी उसके नाम पे लड़ते. कहाँ से उसको वैल्यूज आएंगे? Where will he get values from? You understand? Yeah. Now, if you go and these days become so difficult to understand how children are growing, becoming very less tolerant, very less tolerant. They don't have patience on anything, right? Once, we were living in Mahimavtar, and I was dropping my son to the school. Tabhi COVID nikal gaya, and the school buses did not start, so we have to drop our children for some time, right? So I was dropping my son. So my son's friend lives in another apartment beside Avatar, Hallmark apartment. So he stays there, right? So I told my son, well, he can also, yeah, let him come. I'll drop. Anyway, I'm dropping, I'll drop him also. Okay, fine. Then, I took my son, I went to Hallmark, I was standing outside. Now we have a calculation that यहाँ से outer ring road को इतना time लगता है, उधर से school को इतना time लगता है. So we have to show, leave us at least 5 minutes before. That should be the calculation, right? We all have that. So I calculated 7:45. I'm supposed to pick up from here. 7:50 we have to start. Otherwise by 8:05 we'll reach there. 8:10 is their assembly. Already I'm cutting through very close, right? So I took my son to Hallmark, and the child did not come. It was already 7:50. The child did not come. I asked my son, do you have his number, his mobile number? I said, no, I don't have. He's like, क्या करूँ अभी? छोड़ूं या ना छोड़ूं या what should we do? The child came at 7:55. Then he came and sat. Immediately I drove past. And I dropped them in the school. Ho gaya. Next day, I'm at that place, and again the child did not come till 7:55. I just told the child, "This is child, बच्चा है. बेटा थोड़ा जल्दी आओ क्योंकि late हो रहा है सुबह." Next day he stopped coming. So shocked. ये क्या हो रहा है? I asked him, क्या हो? Your friend is not coming? No, his parents are dropping him. Can you see the audacity, the lack of values that children have gone to a point? They don't have the patience to hear from anybody. Forget about their own parents. But in satsang, we treat each other, children, like our children. We even correct them. I shouted at some children also. Shouted meaning अच्छा पाठ पढ़ा है, गलत है गलत है. And sometimes parents appreciate that. कि लोगों को नहीं सुनता है, आप प्रभु जी आप बोलो. Sometimes I tell them, प्रभु जी मेरा बेटा मेरा नहीं सुना, आप बोलो. There is one Prabhuji Nilesh Prabhu. He gave a nice peace of mind once we were having a satsang in one community, and the community hall was beside a swimming pool. Children are running around there. He was telling, don't do it, but if they're running. उनका एक बेटा है आगे, उसको एक फाड़ बोल के लापा मारा, सभी लोग रुक गए. तो अभी भागोगे पड़ गए, everybody kept calm. And that's okay. You don't have to feel bad. मेरे बेटे को मारा. Actually, problem is your ego is sitting in your beta. That is the reason. Somebody is correcting you, your ego is getting corrected. Right? मारने की जरूरत नहीं, कुछ बोलना भी people have to tolerate, because that is when the child will grow up. So that is our culture. Our culture is not to, create a demon in the house. हिरण्यकशिपु को नहीं बनाना है घर में. Right? बच्चा पैदा किया, उसको हिरण्यकशिपु नहीं बनाना है, उसको राम बनाना है. मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम राम बनाना है. Right? So we should, rewards and punishment is also there, because we also give rewards and punishment. When child does something good, we give something. When something bad, we also react to that. So there is nothing wrong when God is punishing. Is punishment needed? Yeah, it's needed. Sometimes you get punished, then only you learn. Make it. Yeah, we all use it. God punishes us based on how much we can take. Remember that. God doesn't punish us beyond how much we can take. Bhagwan, he gives tests. He gives tests in our life in such a way that we pass in all the tests. God never makes us fail in a test. He puts a test in such a way that we pass. And we get a lesson out of it. But we don't fail. Failure hota hi nahi. When Krishna is in charge, he never. If everything is instant karma, why can't we cannot lead a stable life? People say, Prabhu, I want instant karma. Abhi galat kiya, तो अभी चाहिए मेरे को रिएक्शन, बाद में नहीं चाहिए. Can you deal with that? Huh? How many of you think instant karma life will be peaceful? I am telling you, it will become crazy if it is instant karma, right? You go out of your house, somebody throw a stone from 4th floor. Because instant karma, you did something wrong. In normal situation, you'll think, you'll just postpone it or accumulate it or something like that. Instant karma we can't handle. And some people say that Prabhuji, it's better to get the reaction then and there. Actually, we are given forgetfulness. It's a very good thing that we forget the previous karma, whatever it is. Otherwise, just imagine, you would have done so many mistakes in the office. One report you messed up, one customer you abused, one employee you created a mess. So your manager knows all those things. Right? Your manager knows that you abused the employee, you abused the customer, you did this, you did that. Like he's forgetting, na? He's forgetting. Next day morning when you go and say good morning, yeah, chalo, kaam karte. Just imagine if he remembers all the mistakes every day. The moment he says, you fellow, you have messed up my customer, my this, my that. Roz subah band bajega. You are ready for that? So in a way, it's good. That is forgetting all the nonsense you've done. Even the husband and wife, just imagine. If you remember all the things you've done since the time of your marriage, can you move on like that? You'll murder each other every day. You have to forget. You have to forget and forgive. So karma is also like that. So reactions are a reminder to check our future actions. Simple. If you're getting a reaction, that means it's a reminder that in future I should not do this. Like even the fever that we get. Actually, when we get fever or pain, what do people do immediately? Painkiller de do. Painkiller de do. Ya fir Dolo. Dolo kya 1300. Do 650 dal diya. 1300. Dolo 1300. Dalo. Fever come. Nahi, it's not actually good. Not actually good. It's okay for the fever to last for some time. Why? Why is fever coming, by the way? Fever is a reaction of your immune system that something strange has come inside and it has to deal with it. It is informing you that something strange has come inside. Now you don't go out, don't do anything extra, just settle down. We are dealing with it. We are dealing with it. Just stay at home. Don't eat too much because we need full energy. Now if you eat a rasgulla, all the energy will go and burning in that rasgulla. Don't eat the rasgulla now. Right? Just calm down. We are dealing with that alien who has come inside. Looks like a virus, looks like a bacteria. We'll handle it. But immediately, if you put that dolo dulo, then what will happen? The immune system will sleep. मारने के लिए जा रहे virus को. Painkiller is good. For example, I have back pain. Say if I have back pain, what should I do when I get back pain? Sleep. Sleep. There is no other answer for that. Yes, lie down or put some hot pack or something. But if I take a painkiller and then I go to office, the pain will go for that, but what damage is happening inside? Your muscles are crying that I'm not able to hold. I'm not able to hold. Muscles are crying. Direct impact is coming on the spine, but I'm taking painkillers. At one point, what will happen? The painkillers are making you feel that there is no problem. At one point, the muscles will just leave apart. Pressure will come on the spine, will get disc prolapse. Two discs will come out. We all have that, right? L4, L5, L2, L3, C1, C2, AB, AB. Itna pura bahar nikal gaya. Why? Because of painkillers. Never take painkiller. Pain is an indication to the body, given by the body that take rest. If that you mess with it, sometimes you may have to take painkiller. May have to take painkiller. Like for example, we had Janmashtami the other day, right? I was totally tired. I'm as it is obese, carrying more than what I can, and then I'm working around. Next day morning, you have to go to Goshala. There is festival next day. So what do I do? If I go like this, I can't even walk. I take a painkiller and slept. So yeah, it is, but I can't do that every day. If I have back pain, I have back pain. I have to sleep. Simple. So painkillers, these remedies are not actually going to help. In the same way, reactions that are coming, don't try to subdue the reactions. Go through that reaction, learn lessons out of it. When you're going through a bad time, don't go and see Jabardast serial. Or don't go and see some comedy movie. Comedy nights with Kapil. That will not help you. I'm not saying don't see that. I'm saying that will not help you. Because when you're going through some tough times in life, sit down and actually contemplate. It is happening with me. What should I learn out of it? What should I learn out of it? There is something wrong I have done. I should not do it again. Right? These are all lessons, the way Krishna teaches us lessons. Are you all understanding? Yeah? Any questions at this point? Thoughts? Should we go forward? What is the time? 9:30. Okay. Common questions. Now, these common questions, it so happened that I've been sharing this course for many years. So every time anybody asks a unique question, I add it to that slide. Right? So it's been like adding. So whatever you're seeing here, going to see here are questions asked by the audience. And I discuss with my guru, and whatever the answers I got, I get like a compilation. So I'm hoping you'll also contribute to this by asking some other kind of questions. Yeah. So why is there so much injustice? Why law of karma is not working on bad people? People ask this question. Right? मैं तो इतना अच्छा हूँ, मेरे साथ बुरा हो रहा है. वो आगे फ्लैट वाला सुबह से लेकर पीते रहता है. He keeps shouting at his wife also. He is all the time abusing him, neighbors also. Still he is buying new Audi, new Benz, new this. What is this, Krishna? What is going on? Does law of karma work on him or no? काम करेगा भी नहीं, मेरे को तो दिख नहीं रहा है. He's only becoming more and more richer and more happier. And I am doing everything right. I am going through all bad. People have this question. What is the answer for this? आप लोग बताओ. उस पे लॉ करना आएगा नहीं आएगा? अब तो नहीं आ रहा है.
He might be going through addiction also. Probably we might not be fit to the event from.
That's a very good answer.
बॉडी
Yes.
वगैरह ले रहा है प्रकृति को गुड कर्मा की वजह से है, जो अभी कर रहा है उसका रिएक्शन बाद में आएगा.
Yeah. What is getting now is the reaction of his good karma. Past good karma. Right? What you are getting is the reaction of your past bad karma. So when you are going through tough time, you are burning your bad karma. When you are going through good time, you are burning your good karma. So if you are going through bad time, is it a good thing or a bad thing? It's a good thing. Jal raha hai. This unnecessary karma that I am carrying, it's going away. It's a good thing. And when you are going through good times, is it a good thing or a bad thing? In a way bad thing, in a way bad thing, in a way good thing. In a way bad thing is that मेरा पूरा good karma खत्म हो रहा है. I am earning all this money so easily. I got this promotion so easily. I got this job so easily. मतलब क्या हो रहा है? Good karma चल रहा है मेरा. Right? Good karma चल रहा है. ये खत्म होने के बाद क्या होगा? Whatever good I do, my manager will shout at me, I'll lose the job. है कि नहीं? So bad karma चालू हो रहा है. So when should I be happy? Good karma or bad karma? Both. Actually, both. There is no meaning to it. Again, these intelligent people will understand. So harvesting does not follow immediately after sowing and vice versa, right? So करते ही बाहर नहीं निकलता. Takes time to fructify, right? Silos. Have you seen silos of grains? You know, you have this big. Once the harvest comes out, you have this big containers in which they keep the grain, right? The grain is put from the top, and when it is supposed to be removed, how do they remove? From the top or from bottom? From bottom. So what you put on the top necessarily may not what you are getting down. Right? It might be a past grain. This is a new grain. So this year the harvest was very good, but what comes out from the silo from the bottom is the old last harvest. Right? So it might look good, but it may not be this times. So karma is also like that. You are doing everything right, but you are getting bad reaction now because of your past. That will also, this good also will come, just a matter of time. I'm going to temple now. See, a lot of people, you know, when they start coming to spiritual life, they're Prabhuji, abhi to chanting kar raha hu main. Now I'm doing jap also, I'm attending satsang also, I'm learning Bhagavad Gita also. Prabhuji, abhi mere saath bura kyun ho raha hai? Nahi hona chahiye. Bhagwan nahi hai. Arre tu, yahan aane se pehle bhi kuch kiya na. Before coming here also you did something right. It's not like you took birth in satsang. है कि नहीं? से पहले भी कुछ करके आया तो उसका रिएक्शन आएगा. And by the way, who writes the exam? The people who study. है कि नहीं? So the more knowledge you are getting, we'll also have to write exam रे बाबा. Don't think that knowledge लेके चले जाएंगे. तो knowledge लिया, प्रसाद लिया, भी कुछ नहीं चाहिए. ना रे exam आएगा. Whatever that you are going through, maybe Krishna, see, look at it in one more way. You all are chosen to come to satsang because something is going to come in your life now. Krishna is preparing you for something that is going to come in. Don't be scared. अरे भाग जाएंगे सत्संग के क्या? नहीं. He's preparing you for that. Right? You get prepared for that calamity, then you're in a good situation, isn't it? Good situation. You can face anything. And when you're prepared for it. So everything that is happening with a plan. When you're going to go through that. Like I'll tell you my own example. Just sharing it. So I'm normally घर में जब बड़ा बच्चा पैदा होता है ना, जो बड़ा बच्चा होता है उसको बहुत अटैचमेंट ज्यादा रहता है. छोटे पे नटखट रहता है छोटा अटैचमेंट, लेकिन बड़े पे अलग रहता है अटैचमेंट. First child of the couple, you know, they have that extra care and extra attachment. It's natural. I also had lot of attachment for my elder son, Parth. Very attached to him since he was birth, took birth, and it's a miracle actually, you know, when you hold your child for the first time, your child, mera bacha, you know, you start feeling very responsible for that. You change as a person. I'm sure all the parents here agree, right? उससे पहले मियाँ बीवी कहीं भी घूमते चले गए, कहीं भी कुछ भी किया, लेकिन बच्चा होने के बाद माता जी is right now holding 2 small children, right? कितना लाइफ बदल जाता है नहीं? Everything changes. Where you want to go? This hotel. In that hotel, do they have a small play area? Or in that hotel, does the hotel table have child seat? Right? You go in a car. Does the car have child protection seats? Everything changes the moment children come into your life. Until then, कुछ भी करो मस्ती, है कि नहीं? अभी decide किया, अभी चलेंगे. बच्चा होने के बाद बच्चा decide करेगा, तो जाएगा नहीं जाएगा. Right? Life changes. Yeah. So I was very attached to my son. And when I came to spiritual life, I was reading Bhagavad Gita, everything. I was thinking, Krishna, how is his attachment will go? I'm very attached to my son. Anything he does, anything he goes through, I immediately start feeling bad, good, feelings, too much attachment. It's not a bad thing to have. But then I know that this attachment will give more pain eventually. Right? See, he is coming with his own karma, set of karma. वो देखने को मेरा बेटा लग रहा है. He is eternal soul. He is coming through so many lives. पता नहीं क्या करके आया पिछली लाइफ में. पता नहीं, right? I mean, we think, अरे मेरा बेटा चुप चुप चुप, हम जस्ट खाने अब चले, क्या करेंगे? है कि नहीं? So I was very attached to my son. I was like, Krishna, how to handle this, how to, I mean, not like really thinking like that, but subconsciously, yes, I'm very attached. Then so happened that he went through a very difficult phase suddenly. He got type 1 diabetes when he was just 10 years old. We checked his sugar one night, it was 600 and something. Kya ho raha hai? What happened? So I discussed that with all of you. I don't want to repeat that. But that incident, what did it do to me? That incident shook me off. And at that time, so many devotees came and they hugged me, they holded me when I was going through it. Then I understood who are real friends in this world, right? Who are the most caring people in the world, right? One of the devotees, my Siksha Guru, his name is Balgovind Prabhu. He stays in NCC here, So he came and he hugged me. He was in other city somewhere. He literally flew, came back, and he said, Prabhu, whatever you are going through, you have to tell me. I don't want to miss even a single thing. Whatever you're going through with your son, whatever journey that you're going to have now, with his insulin and all that, you have to tell me everything. He is equal to my son. Right? If you're crying, you tell me, I'll also sit and cry with you. Whatever time I'm there with you, like that. He gave me so much of it. I really felt Krishna has come in this form to me. Right? So during that pain time, that's all I needed. Sometimes medicine is not the cure. It's the warmth and relationships is what you need. I get it. So he was there for me. Some other Prabhujis came. So many devotees came. So Prabhuji, we are there. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't. और क्या चाहिए यार? हाँ, जो कुछ भी I have friends, doctors. Like there's Karuna Radhika Mataji, who's a doctor. There is Shyam Madhav Prabhu, he's a neurologist. There is a Krishna Dural, who is a nephrologist. They all came to Prabhuji. Don't worry, everything is fine. It's common. We will tell you how to handle it. Everything. किधर मिलेगा बोलो? How does Krishna reciprocate? Huh? Every way reciprocated. I was not doing job that time. I kind of took a temporary retirement for 5 years. Then Prabhuji came to Prabhuji, you want to start a job? Tomorrow morning, appointment letter is there in everything. I'll make sure. Don't worry. You still want to start again. But I'm there. Don't worry. You want money? We'll handle it. I can arrange some money. So all that satsang jisko bolte hain na, it was manifesting everywhere. And me and my wife were thinking, oh, how fortunate we are. Such wonderful people around us, right? And this was our society. This is how India was. This was Sanatan society, where everybody was there for everybody. Money never counted. Money comes and goes. Okay? But we are there for each other. So Krishna detached me from my son, that I got a clear understanding that he has his own lifespan, he has his own cycle of karma, he has his own life, and necessarily I should not be so much affected when he is going through tribulations. Yeah, I should feel for him, but I should not feel responsible for it. I can't take that much blame that because of me he got this. No, I'm only one of the factors. I'm only one of them. There are many other factors why things happen in people's lives. His own karma, his modes of material nature, right? His own deeds in this life, past life, prarabdha karma, sanchita karma. There are different types of karmas. All these are affecting him. And he is going through his own purification. Most importantly, he is going through his own purification. And then I started thinking one more amazing thing. What a type 1 diabetic will actually have advantage. What is the advantage? In his life, he'll never touch alcohol. Achha, when he touches alcohol, he'll die. Simple. Because it's so much sugar. Right? The sugar will shoot up to 2000. Fact, he'll die. In his life, he'll never touch cool drinks. Too much sugar. Is it a good thing or a bad thing? Very good thing. बोलना नहीं चाहिए, बोलने की जरूरत भी नहीं है, cool drink मत पियो बोल के. Why I don't नहीं पापा नहीं चाहिए. He doesn't touch cool drink. As it is, we don't drink cool drink in our house, but he will never touch it. है कि नहीं? He'll never smoke because he knows my health. And by the way, his diet is the most regulated diet. He will eat millets, he will eat jawar, he will eat all proper things. He will also have to go on walk right from his childhood. He will actually live longer than me because he is leading a good lifestyle. When you know that you have to deal with your diet from a young age, You will know how. So is Krishna done bad to him or good to him? I don't know. It's a way of looking at it. We know his disease, we don't know our diseases. Until we know, we don't know. Agree? How many of you here have cancer? You don't know. One day in diagnostic report will come out. Agree? So just because we know something doesn't mean it's bad. This is a lesson that we should learn out of how to take it in a positive way. And most importantly, how to understand how Krishna is helping us during that time. Yeah. So what is coming to us necessarily may not be this life. It can be past lives. It can be so many things. Right? This is a very nice statement I like. Mills of God grind slow, but they grind really fine. Karma will find out and deal with us. You see, amazing thing about cows and calves, especially desi cows. Actually, we should not even tell desi cows. Cow means desi only. Jersey is not even it's a manufactured breed. It's not a cow. So our cows now, if you leave a calf, it will go and find its mother. Even if there are 1,000 cows, you leave that calf into the 1,000 cows, it will go to its mother. And any other cow will not allow that calf to come near it. Immediately kick. Right? Of course, when it's hungry, it might think and allow some other times also, some other calf. Hare Krishna. Yeah. So it might allow some other calves to come. But by natural, the affection is always towards this calf. And the calf will find its cow. I'm telling you, in Vrindavan, there is a place near Barsana. There is a Goshala which has more than 1 lakh cows. 1 lakh cows, right? 100,000 cows. And how many cows did Nanda Maharaj have when Krishna was there? 900,000 cows. 9 lakhs. Krishna used to take 9 lakh cows with him every single day for चराने के लिए 9 lakh cows, right? तो प्रभु इतना cow है, इतना cow population ज़्यादा होने से क्या होता है? कुछ नहीं होता है, अच्छा होता है, right? Cows never are a problem. So Krishna. So anyway, Krishna has to call each cow with its name, right? And then at the end, what is that place in Vrindavan where Krishna would sit on the tree? I forgot the place name. Come on, Tirkadam. Voice came from inside. Somebody is listening. Yeah, it's called Tirkadam. So Krishna would sit there and he would play the murli. And Krishna had a different tune for different cows. It's a technology, he will play the tune and they will come. All the cows will come back to their home from the pastures. In the evening, he'll come and sit there, they'll play that. But still there will be 2-3 cows will not come, naughty fellows. No problem, right? For that, Krishna will actually go and call their name. They will, unless they come, Yashoda, aa tu abhi, then she'll come. Tab tak nahi, tere murli se nahi aungi, mera naam pukaro. Right? They had a name for each cow. Krishna had a name for every single cow. Right? And I try to experiment that in my own farm. We'll go on September 2nd, you'll see that. Some cows, if I call with their name, they will look at you. Right? Some cows, nahi dekhna. Right? They're very moody. Every single cow is different. Right? One cow is there. She's waiting. Tu kab mudega, tere ko kab piche se udana hai. Right? Like Vishaka is there. Sunidhi, one cow is there. When Sunidhi gave me one shot, I was flat, fainted for 10 minutes. 10 seconds. I didn't know what happened. Then farmers were like, Prabhuji, kya ho gaya? Mar gaya? So, there was this, this winter time, I bought kambal for them. Too much care. Zarurat nahi utna. Cows don't need kambal. So I was putting on one, ek ka chadala, isko chadala, usko padala, ek mara. Utha, I was flat on the ground. No? So, funny things happen. The cows are very personal. They're very personal. They're like very particular. I like this. There is one cow, Kamdenu. वो सिर्फ वेज बिरयानी खाती है. वेज बिरयानी मतलब घास, only grass, right? You go and give her banana food, नहीं खाएगी banana. Right? You go and give her chapati, नहीं, कुछ भी नहीं. उसको सिर्फ fixed diet पे हो. Right? She will not eat anything. There is another cow. What is that? Brinda. तुम banana लेते जाते, she'll come as if you're obliged to give all the bananas to her only. She will go around you. She will eat like half the dozen bananas. I want. She doesn't allow. And there is one more cow, Subhadra, the one who came, na. She will go and stand somewhere. Tu lekar aa mere paas banana. I'll stand here. Different mood. Every cow has a different mood. Every calf has a different mood. You have to spend time. Spend time with them, you'll understand, right? So they all have the uniqueness in them. Very, very uniqueness in them. I don't know why I went in that direction. What was they telling about cow? Milk, yeah. So the calf will recognize the cow. In the same way, Shastra explains, your karma will find you, just like the calf finds its mother. Simple. You cannot escape. Prabhuji, अभी तो जब कर रहा हूँ प्रभुजी. हाँ अरे बेटा, तो जो किया तेरे पास तो आएगा पक्का, right? But I'm giving you knowledge now to face it. I'm giving you knowledge. No, you'll not suffer. Pain is inevitable. Repeat after me. Pain is inevitable. Suffering is a choice. Always. ठीक है? Pain तो आएगा, चोट लगा आएगा, लेकिन इसको पढ़ के कितना देर रहोगे उसको तुम्हारे ऊपर है. Right? Suffering is a choice. We can choose not to suffer. Even in the most painful times, you can choose not to suffer. Right? Yeah. Why some people flourish permanently? Is there anybody flourishing permanently? No. No one flourishes permanently in this world. Everyone is subject to old age. और कुछ नहीं है तो बूढ़ा तो होगा ना वो. In this time, you wonder, I'm so happy, I'm so happy. क्या happy? धीरे-धीरे बाल झड़ रहे हैं. है कि नहीं? Curves are coming in the face, right? Your body is going now. You can't do so many things you used to do before. गाड़ी पुराना हो गया. है कि नहीं? Suffering is there. Everybody is suffering. One thing guaranteed in the planet, on this planet, is everybody is suffering. Whether you're going in an Audi car, whether you're in a Maruti car, doesn't matter. That fellow is suffering. This fellow is suffering. Actually, the more you have, the more you suffer. The less you have, the less peaceful you will live. Right? If you have 5 houses,
People will only see the material. What they come to.
that's what they conclude. Yeah, that's what they conclude.
What is going on in their mind, the target. They just feel like material.
Correct. Yeah. They always think that, oh, he has more, he is enjoying more. No, he has so many other problems. Like, for example, in this building, Ramchandra Reddy, also a decently good friend to me. Not a good friend, but I know him well. He gave money for Bhagavad Gita this time. Right? He just gave a lot of money for distributing Bhagavad Gita. So, when I bought this flat from him, I was a second buyer. There was no building also when I bought. There was no, kuda bhi nahi. एक बोर्ड लगा था वहां पर आने वाला है कुछ तो पैसे दे दिया I bought it that way. So then I was telling him that oh you got so many flats with all good wishes to him and you say he got decent, he got 54 flats in this building, he and his wife, because they're a landlord here, right? Fortune came. Is he supposed to be happy and peaceful? That's what people think. Next time when I met him to pay some more money, I was paying in installments. He said, it was like, yeah, Lakshman, no, do a thing, pay in check in like this in this time. Kya ho gaya, Ramad? Boss, there's so many tax intricacies, I have to handle the capital gain, I have to think about reinvestment, otherwise I'll pay so much tax. Right? Just imagine how much pain even so much property can give. Right? This is such a big pain. We had one plot, my father bought a plot in 2001, somewhere near Chirkurbalag, I'm just sharing. Right? Now, it's a good thing to have a plot, yeah, it's a good thing. But what comes with along with it? We kept, like 5 years back, I went and kept a small fencing around that and I kept some plants. And after a few months, the caretaker whole said, "Sahab, aapka pura wo nikal ke phek diya." Kisne pheka? And then some people have come and occupied the plot. Right? So not only my plot, another 40-50 plots together, he occupied it and he used our own kadi, jo maine kadi lagaya, usi ko nikal ke wo use kiya us jagah mein. Ab kya karu? कोई पता नहीं बड़ा गुंडा है उस एरिया का यहाँ का, what will I do? I said, चलो हरे कृष्ण, योगा देखा जाएगा. And after some days, he told, साहब आपके प्लॉट में बोर भी डाल दिया. अरे मेरे प्लॉट में बोर भी डाल दिया. He wants to cultivate that place. I said, ये क्या हो रहा है? Then after some time, I was like, जो होगा देखा जाए, क्या कर सकते हैं? There is no meaning to that, Nobody is reacting there. How can I alone go? One day I went with my father. I saw one fellow drinking 4 directions, north, south, east, west. वास्तु के इस सब से गुंडा लोगों को बिठाया हो. Then I went near my plot. One fellow, क्या कर रहे हो यहाँ पे? नहीं ऐसे ही घूम रहा था. My plot is there. Can't even tell this plot is mine. Such a horrible situation it was. Then I just came back. But after some time, the settlement happened. That builder, whatever he gave to each other, then those people went away. Then I again put my fence. What did I get along with it? One board. So anyway, so then I found out that he sold not only to him, he sold multiple owners. So one more owner is also registered in my name. बोला बहुत हो गया, मेरे से नहीं होता. So immediately I told my dad, let us sell this. जो आएगा आएगा, right? तो नहीं 10,000 का स्क्वायर यार्ड जा रहा है. जितना आएगा उतना आएगा. 3,800 में बेच के निकल के भागा. Right? Don't be greedy. If you try to be greedy in that situation, you will suffer more. है कि नहीं? Do you want to think? Do you want to have a little small thing which is yours, or you want to have a big thing which you don't even know is yours or not? Right? So karma gives you back. You should know how to not be greedy and face it. If it is gone, it's gone. Gaya to gaya. Everything is not destined to come with you. You will also lose something. Are you prepared to lose, by the way? Be prepared to lose. If you are prepared to lose, not lose मतलब कोई आके लेके कुछ भी नहीं बोलूँगा प्रभु जी भगवान है नहीं ऐसा नहीं. No, Arjuna fought for it. When the kingdom was removed, Arjuna fought for it. You fight for it. But if Arjuna would not have received the kingdom back, would he would have suffered? No, he would not have suffered. You will do your part, and then you will leave the rest. That should be the attitude. So nobody, is permanently happy also in this world. Till good karma is in stock, one should get good results in spite of bad acts. Sometimes, you are struggling to find a job. Right. You want to switch job here. Going to interviews, कुछ भी नहीं हो रहा है. और वो बाजू में बैठा है, ऐसे इंटरेस्ट भी नहीं है, क्लिक कर दिया, जॉब आ गया उसको. अरे, how did you get the job? I am not interested, boss. अरे boss, I needed that job. You're not even interested. What will you do with that offer? I am just testing. Offer आएगा नहीं आएगा. Huh? Happens, right? So that's nothing but he's going through good karma. At that time, whatever he does, it's gold. Anywhere you touch, it is gold. Right? So that is how it works. Good time, bad time. Repeated cycles of such good and bad reactions induces one to think. Right? One should think, why is good happening? Why is bad happening? See, things happen in everybody's life, but some people will sit down and actually contemplate. Why is it happening? Those people are called Buddha. The people who have awakened, who are not dumb. हाँ अच्छा गया अभी मजा आया. हाँ बुरा हो गया complaints. Krishna says in 2nd chapter 18th shloka, says matra sparshasti kunteya sitoshna sukha dukkada agama apayana nitya stam tiksha bharata. What is the meaning? He says that, hey Arjuna, happiness and distress are just like winter and summer seasons. They will come and go. A person who is dhira, person who is fixed, will not see both of these as any different. He'll see both are the same. They'll come and go. If you get a great fortune, feel happy. Make a nice, khichdi for Krishna and khila to Krishna. Krishna, thank you. You gave us something nice. Next day, find out, it went away. What will you do? Again, you'll make khichdi and tell Krishna. Krishna, thank you. You gave it, you took it. Right? When there is a great sannyasi in our movement, his name is His Holiness Bhakti Raghav Swami Maharaj. Right? So when they were in India, he's American born. So there was a Naxalite attack on a temple in West Bengal, and there was shooting, all that happened. In that time, he lost his leg. When they shot too much, they had to amputate the leg itself. He's sannyasi. So my younger son, when he visited Denver, we were in Denver that time in US. So my younger son, Hriday, was very small that time, hardly 4 years old something. I took to introduce to Maharaj. Maharaj ke paas, take blessings. So then he looked at that Maharaj. He asked, Maharaj, what happened to your second leg? I said, oh Krishna, I was so embarrassed. Not a right thing to ask, it's like a bacha hai. He gave a beautiful answer. See, that's a spiritual person says. He simply said, Krishna gave it, Krishna took it. My child also understood. Yes, Maharaj. Krishna gave it, Krishna took it. But it's a great lesson for all of us. Krishna gave you, Krishna took it. Why are you complaining so much? You think that you got because of your efforts? Does every person who is working hard get his results? Huh? Okay, I'll not ask, but average salary in this room right now is at least 2 lakhs. Are you working 14 hours a day? Are you sweating throughout the day? नहीं. क्या कैसे आ रहा पैसा? इतना पैसा कैसे आ रहा है? वो रिक्शा वाला रात दिन रिक्शा चला रहा है, उसको कितना मिलेगा उसको? Is he getting like you? No. What does it mean? Hard work doesn't determine your destiny. There's something different also that's happening. Does it mean hard work is not needed? Hard work is needed. But that alone doesn't determine that you'll get results. It's not in your hands. There's something already pre-decided. You are going to get what you're going to get. How much happiness you're supposed to get is already decided, by the way. पैसा नहीं बोल रहा हूं मैं, happiness की बात कर रहा हूं. शास्त्र doesn't say पैसा. Artha, it doesn't count. Khushi, santosh. Your astrologer will say you will go through good times here, means you will be happy here. He will not tell that you'll have money. You don't go to, you told good times, I lost all my money. I said, I didn't tell money. I said, you'll be happy. Something good will happen, you'll be happy. Right? So, yeah. So another question. Why reincarnation related to karma? Is reincarnation related to karma? How? You answer. How? How is it related to karma?
You're supposed to burn whatever good and bad in different bodies. So in one life we cannot burn it totally.
Yes. In one life we can't burn totally. Right? Somewhere there will be some balance carry forward. Will happen. Will happen. Otherwise, see, you did all good throughout your life. Just before death, you slapped somebody. Just before death. उसको slap मारा मर गया. उसका reaction किधर जाएगा? किधर जाएगा बोलो? You did some nonsense before you died. Where will it go? Next life it will go. It has to go. It's not like everything is settled in this life only. You will take something to the next life. Natural, na? Even now, think about it. In your life, you are doing something good, something bad, some reaction is going, then that is remaining, this balancing inside, though it's an intriguing cycle. So reincarnation and karma are pretty much hand in hand. Right? Mouse pad is not working properly. Yeah. Why should I suffer for sins of past life? अरे पता नहीं क्या किया वो टाइम पे, अभी क्यों मरूं? अभी clean रखो ना, right? Now let me be clean. Let me only suffer for the sins of this life. क्या बोलोगे? Is it possible? It's not possible. क्योंकि कचरा है, clean करना है. Past life का कचरा हमेशा रहेगा, right? So you will get some reactions. You can't. Like some people are scared of heights. Some people are scared of fire. Some people are scared of water. It's all because of past life reactions. We discussed about it in Who Am I? Right? Why we all are different? How come we are all different? Children born from the same mother are different. One likes banana, one likes apple. You have twins, है ना? दोनों को एक ही खाना बनाते हैं. अभी देखो आगे क्या होता है. हाँ? अभी बहुत कुछ हो रहा है. Yeah, my elder son, he likes pakka South Indian pappu and annam. दाल चावल दो दिन भर बैठ के खाएगा. छोटा वाला दाल चावल टच भी नहीं करेगा. उसको पूरा जंक फूड चाहिए, जंक बॉय पूरा. He eat junk food throughout his life. Like that is. He likes fried stuff. He likes some variety stuff, right? Elder one doesn't like cakes. Younger one likes cakes. दोनों के टंग एक ही गर्भ के अंदर से एकदम डिफरेंट है. लेकिन how is this happening? Because of our past lives, whatever reaction we had. किसी को बनाना अच्छा नहीं लगता. क्यों अच्छा लगता? पिछले जन्म में चल रहा था, बनाना से गिर गया, मर गया. ये लाइफ में बनाना देखते, अरे बनाना. You can't understand why he doesn't like banana. But there are so many reasons why people don't like what they like. Right? Yeah. So every seed fructifies. Like for example, क्या बोलते हैं इसको? Bamboo. Is there something amazing about bamboo? Bamboo, it will teach you patience in life. If you go and plant a bamboo, you water it, नहीं बढ़ेगा. You water it, नहीं बढ़ेगा. 1 महीना हो गया, नहीं बढ़ेगा. 2 महीना, 2 साल हो गया, इतना ही है, इतना ही है. इसको और पानी नहीं बढ़ेगा. You're going on watering, the bamboo is that much only. 5th year, it will go up. Up it will go. You don't know when it will go up. But once it starts going up, you can't stop it only. Within 1 year, it will be like 3 floors high. But for the first 4 years, it will be like that only. Should learn out of it. Right? Nature teaches through so many means. Right? So many means nature is teaching us that everything doesn't get reacted at the same time. Right? And we need, good satsang to understand these things. Like, how many of you have heard of redwood trees? Anybody heard? Redwood trees. It's famous in California. Redwood trees. These trees are like 3,000 years old. Some trees 5,000 years old. It also saw Krishna. Right? 5,000 years old. You'll see them especially in California, towards the Bay Area, near San Francisco. You'll see that. If you've gone there, if you visit there, go and see redwood trees. Huge trees. Like the trunk of the tree will be like half of this hall. Some of them. Most of them will be as big as this kitchen, like around 30 square yards, 40 square yards. Now, huge, they'll be like straight. You'll see in the internet, redwood trees. You'll see that. So, redwood trees are so high. They're so high. But surprisingly, the roots are so small. इतने मतलब ये tree यहाँ पे, the root will go till that Mataji. That's it. इतना ही root है उसका. So the wonder is, how can such a tall tree stand through windstorms, through earthquakes, through so many? How is it standing? Can anybody tell how is it standing?
Other trees are supporting.
Huh?
Other trees are supporting.
How they are supporting?
To their roots.
Deepak Krishnapur told it. They are intrigued through roots below. So this tree's roots will go to other trees' roots. These roots will go into other tree roots. So this one tree is supported by 4 or 5 trees around. Just baju. And whatever storm comes, it will stand straight. And this is the lesson we learn from nature, how we also need support to stand in calamities. And that support is called Sat Sang. Bhagavad Gita, scriptures, Sat Sang gives that support system. Whatever happens, we will not shake. Even though we may not be so spiritually advanced, but everybody around me are advanced. That's enough for me. They'll hold me. Pakad lenge. Prabhuji, koi problem, hum log hain. Don't worry. Whatever goes through, will go through. Right? So that is why we as a country, as a Sanatan Dharmi, we never were scared of anybody. Never, because our satsang is so strong. Right? Our family system is so strong. Like my father, I'm sure you also have examples, many to tell. He was having tough time in his education. Average, kind of. His father never told, "Kyun paida ho gaya, pagal," go and, useless fellow, take it. No, nothing. Our ancestors never told like that to their children. They said, "Okay, no problem. Do something. Do agriculture. Or do something. Or learn some skill. Just learn the skill and do it." Big deal. Education was not a way to measure anybody. Right? Modern education and God's education, there are two different things. Spiritual education and modern education. What is the difference? Modern education produces duplicates. Spiritual education produces unique things. Right? Spirituality recognizes the uniqueness in you. Material education just wants you to be duplicate. Engineer one, doctor one, third. Accountant one, architect one, third. और सभी आर्किटेक्ट एक ही जगह पे, एक ही कॉलेज में, like literally a machine producing, what do you call that, supply chain products from the farm. సత్సంగంలో ఇంపార్టెంట్ మన సీన్ చెప్పినది మనం అది కూడా ఇచ్చేవాడిని తర్వాత మాట్లాడుతుంది. ఇచ్చేయమని చెప్తున్నా సత్సంగంలో. Right? What was I saying?
Spiritual life.
Ah. Huh? Some particular point I was saying. Education, yes. Modern education is behind producing duplicates. Tell me, who is more intelligent? People who produce unique things or duplicate things? Unique things is important, right? So Krishna has made us unique in every way. Every single person sitting here is unique. Is anybody same? No. And Krishna gives the Bhagavad Gita Gyan so that uniquely we'll understand that and uniquely we'll apply it in our life. That is the greatness of spiritual education. In our Gurukuls, nobody was discouraged saying you're useless. There is never. Yesterday I went to my son's, parent-teacher meeting. The first thing he kept in front of me is, here are all the children. Your son is in this rank. He did not get marks here. He has to improve here. Useless. He is good here. He is useless here. He has to do. He has to work on it. No tension. Isko kaise? How can I make him duplicate? Agree? How can I make him duplicate? That is what we are tensed about. But in spirituality, it was never like that. So I told my son after coming out, better you try whatever you get. But you should try. Sincerely try. Right? But that marks will not determine what you're going to become. Because your attitude will decide what you'll be. How many of you, I mean, all of you are working in MNCs, right? Most of you. How many of you asked your subordinate whether he passed from IIT or IIT Kharagpur or IIM or any of the institution? Anybody? Did you ask in your office? Did you ask, can't say pass again? It doesn't matter. How many of you asked what is grades are? How many gold medalists are there? Did you ask? All that you see is what? The fellow's attitude towards work. Sincerity. How respectful he is to other colleagues. How much he respects his customer. Right? How hardworking he is. How sincere. Are these not the skills that you see in your colleagues and your subordinate? Don't you see that? Yes. And those skills are not going to come through material education. They'll only come through spiritual education. Values come through spiritual education. Material education only tries to make you same duplicate. Banate raho, duplicate. Right? So, coming back to this, why does God not give all reactions same line? किसी को चाहिए क्या? Somebody asked this question. प्रभु जी, जो कुछ भी अभी सेटल करते हैं, सब कुछ दे दो मुझे, मेरे को अभी देना है, अभी चाहिए. Whatever good I did, I want in this life only. Or whatever bad I did, give it in this life only. Is it possible? No, it's not possible. Best example is the Dhritarashtra. The Dhritarashtra was a king in many lives before. The details of story I forgot. It's been a long time. But he was in a forest. He was hunting. And by mistake, he hit the arrow to a nest. And in that nest, there were a lot of birds, children. They were there, or more than 100, right? And they all fell apart. And all of them died. Right? So, it's a sin. You kill the mother and its children. The mother is crying. All its children are gone. What do you do now? So then he had to get a reaction. So Dhritarashtra was asking Krishna, why me? Why my 100 sons? Then Krishna told that, see, 50 lives before, you did this problem. And you had to get the reaction to it. Then Dhritarashtra said, why did not I get the next life? Why I had to wait 50 lives? He said, beta kaise paida hota? Punya karne se paida hota hai na? So you need punya of 100 children. You need to first earn punya, then you'll have 100 children. Right? So 50 lives it took for him to earn the punya to get 100 children, and 100 children were killed to remove the old karma. You understand how intricate the karma cycle is? Now, you can't judge somebody saying, what good he did in previous life. It might be planning for the future life. What you're going through is planning for the future life. In future life, what you're going to get as a reaction. You understand it? Well, a lot of intricacies are there. The way action and reaction works is very, very complex. I don't understand the relation between the reaction and action. Why am I not told my sin before I'm punished. Bolo na, main kya kara? I say, again and again I'm being punished. Anything else? The past. Prabhuji, not fair. You have to tell me what happened. I should know what I've done in past life. Prabhuji and Mataji, I'm telling you one thing. If you remember your past life, you can't lead your current life. You are fortunate that you have forgotten your past life. Just imagine, the person sitting beside you has murdered 50 people in past life. And he knows that. And you're sitting beside him. Will you comfortable beside him? No, what the past life mein kiya? Huh? Or you have abused some woman in past life. You're regretting that. Can you live with that regret in this life? You can't. Right? Or you are driving your parents and your mistake, you are on the mobile. By mistake, you did something, your parents died in the car because of your stupidity. This happened in the past life. You remember that in this life. Can you lead a life in this life? Remembering all that? Just think about it. I'm giving only few examples. And what about past life? Past lives. What all you did? Can you hold on to all that? You can't. Even this life, bachpan mein jo kiya yaad aayega to kabhi sometimes you feel guilty. What nonsense I did. How many of you feel guilty looking back? What? Nahi karna chahiye tha. I did something wrong. Right? It's very natural. So that forgetfulness that Krishna gave, Matta Smritir Jnanam Apohanamcha. What is it? Sarvasya Chaham Ridhi Sanniveshto Matta Smritir Jnanam Apohanamcha. Krishna is saying, from me comes Matta Smriti Jnanam. Knowledge, Smriti, remembrance, Jnanam. Jnanam is knowledge, Smriti, Matta means forgetfulness. Krishna is the one who is actually making us forget what we have done. If you remember all that, you can't lead a life. Right? So here, he is not making you remember what nonsense you have done. He's just giving you a reaction. He's doing a favor on you. If you remember what you have done, you can't handle it. You can't handle it. And by the way, on a cigarette packet it is written, Jo isko piyega wo marega. Clearly written. People buy it also. They read it also. And while they are reading, isko padhne ke liye thoda ek baar cigarette ki zarurat hai. Are they learning out of it? There are so many people joining Baswataratna Hospital, smoking cigarettes, drinking wrong things, eating wrong things. Are they learning out of it? Everybody knows it is not good for you. Are they stopping it? Kar rahe ho kya? Just because knowledge is coming, are you changing? No, sincerely ask yourself. If Krishna will tell all this bad you have done, will you stop doing it? May or may not. Because they are so habituated to do it. We are so habituated to do it. It's not good for you. You know it. You know it's not good for you. When you browse the internet, you know some things are not good for you. But can you stop it? Right? Tendencies are like that. Tendency or lust is like that. Desire is like that. Right? Kamaye, Shakrodaye, Sharajoguno, Samudbhava. Krishna is telling him, Bhagavad Gita, that it is lust only, Arjuna, which is making all the living entities suffer. What is lust? What is the meaning of lust?
Repeated temptation.
Repeated temptation. Okay.
Desire without desire.
Desire without?
And knowledge will tell it is not quite, but yeah, without our control. Desire without our
Uncontrolled desire.
control.
Okay. Yes. Anything else? What is the meaning of lust? Most of the people immediately they think about bodily enjoyment. Lust means something to do with bodily enjoyment. No. There is a difference between lust and love. Lust means, love means you enjoy together. Lust means I only want to enjoy. I will enjoy alone. I don't want to share it with even God. I want to enjoy. I want to get married. For whose enjoyment? My enjoyment. Not for my partner's enjoyment. For my enjoyment, I'm getting married. Will that marriage last? It will not last. Same way, bhakti means you're doing it for Krishna. That is love, prem. For example, in Janmashtami, some Matajis made a cake, some Matajis made some dry fruit thing. They made it, and they made it for whom? Krishna. Again, that is love. But you make it for yourself and eat in your home. What is that? Maybe a little bit love. You might share with your children. But you make it 2 o'clock in the night, eat at 3 o'clock in the night. What is that? Pakka lust. Again. So world is becoming more and more lusty. They want for their enjoyment. That is the reason we are all suffering. See, now we are all going to have prasad. Actually, it's Mataji's brother's birthday, right? Yeah. So she sponsored today's prasad. Haribol. Yeah. So what is she doing? Is she lusty or she is loving? Attitude. What is the attitude? Lusty means what she'll do? She'll eat alone, not even her brother. But loving means what? I will celebrate his birthday, but I'll also give it to everybody. That's called love. These qualities we develop when we come in satsang. Right? See, when we started the Janmashtami planning, right? I've been part of satsang for many years now. I know it works. It works. Kabhi nahi hua hai that we have started a festival and we are short of money. हो ही नहीं सकता क्योंकि नारायण की सेवा करने जाएंगे हम लक्ष्मी के पीछे भागेंगे या लक्ष्मी हमारे पीछे भागेंगे लक्ष्मी हमारे पीछे भागे ले I'm telling you with experience. When you want to serve, your hands will be filled. When you want to take, your hands will be empty. So we were like, I was planning and we sat for that planning. I think Deepak Krishna, you were there, right? In the first meeting. They were worried, funds kya gaya, kitna funds aega. And then one of them, nice intention, everybody has their idea. They don't have idea of satsang. Satsang idea nahi unko. I said, kaise hum log function karte nahi malum. So they're like, I think we have to give it to some sponsors. They'll keep some stalls outside. They will give us some money. With that money, we'll cook prasad. Or we'll have to accumulate. Or whom should we go and ask? You don't know, Prabhuji. Nobody gives money here. Actually, nobody comes here. Who will come? You are thinking, people will come. Krishe, nobody comes. People start commenting. With their little experience, they start commenting. But I know how Krishna functions. Jagannath means pura jagat ko lekar aayega. So I said, Prabhuji, wait, don't worry. It will be handled. Just a matter of time, it will be handled. No, what is the budget? Prabhuji, 50,000-60,000 to lagega. कितने लोगों के लिए प्रसाद 500 people 500 people 50,000 के रोज प्रसाद का 30,000 होगा 30,000 how will you feed prasad for 500 people and then you can feed I have a cook he's a devotee it takes little less and we have a way of we will also work ऐसा नहीं कि order दिया zomato tomato बैठ गए ऐसे नहीं no we'll also work for it we'll also help him we'll do vegetable cutting we will help him buy the grocery we will help him with the transport we'll stand with it's a group effort. Right? So we did that. And how was it? How many ate prasad here? How was the prasad? Nice? Garam puri. We not only cooked for our community here, we even supplied it to Vihanga, right? From here, we cooked and supplied. We supplied it to, they also paid for it. I'm not saying it was all budgeted here. Trendset Winds we supplied, and we supplied to Aliens community in Tellapur. The Prasadam from here was going in different directions, right? Will we all get blessings of Krishna? And was the fund enough? Forget about being enough. We are calculating how much is left now. And Krishna ka prasad will go to Krishna Bhakt, who is Ganeshji. Next Ganeshji festival ko chala jayega. So we have always, it's a situation like that. Even yesterday, after the whole festival is over, one Prabhuji in this apartment, he had the prasad and he messaged me, I want to give donation now. I'm sorry, I could not give then. Now I want to give. I really like the prasad. He got touched. He said, Itna acha seva kar rahe the, I'm very touched. I want to give. Even now donations are coming. And I have to send a specific message that don't send donation. Our festival is over now. Next year will continue. See, when you do good, I'm telling you, Krishna will help. Never ever there is a scarcity of money because there are good people in the society. If you want to see good in them, if you want to see bad in them, you'll only see bad people outside. And what sadhus do, they see little good in somebody, they'll see that spark of goodness and they'll fan it. Prabhuji, aap bahut acha seva kar rahe hain. वो दो छोटा कर रहा है ना वो बड़ा देगा. You encourage each other. that let us do more good, let us do more good. And we never have any scarcity. We are maintaining 64 cows. How is it maintained? You know how much, what it costs to maintain one cow? 8,000 rupees per month. 7 to 8,000 rupees per month. If somebody can have 5 Mercedes-Benz cars, he can't maintain 5 cows. I can tell you that. But how is it being maintained? All families come together. What we do? We take the milk from the cows, we only consume. We also pay for it. Also pay for it. So accumulate that money. And then we also have some people who want to do something for the cows. Random donations come here. We have a trust. In the trust, we keep everything. I only maintain the trust. So from that, we buy grass here and there. So there are some families who have adopted the cows. Meaning, ye gai hamara hai, ye bull hamara hai. So they go once in 2 months, they spend time with that. You know, and they feel it's part of our family. आपके कितने बच्चे हैं? माते आपके कितने बच्चे हैं? 2 बच्चे हैं. But when you adopt a cow, हमारे कितने बच्चे हैं? 3 बच्चे. You think like that, you become cow conscious. You know, she's part of me. Like for example, हमारे घर में कितने लोग रहते हैं? My father, my mother, my 2 children, me and my wife, 6. Right now we have caretakers for my father, maybe another 2, 8. One maid, 9. Radha Gopi Vallabh, 11. Gaur Nitai, 13. Jagannath Baldev Subhadra, 17. 16. And Sudarshan Chakra, 17. Lakshmi Narasimha Swami, 19. Prahlad Maharaj, 20. Prabhupada, 21. Your consciousness is different. When you want to cook in the morning, whom are you cooking for? 21 people you're cooking. Right? Of course, first you're cooking for the lordships. When they have it, we all will have it. This is how it is. Same, you know, when you have children, you cook according to them, right? I mean, is it not, Mataji? I mean, like, मेरे बच्चों को indigestion होगा, so I will not cook. Whatever they will eat, I will eat. Right? If you have heavy masala biryani for young children, तो सुबह से चालू है, पुर. है कि नहीं? So better not have that. You know, I'll have normal dal roti. You will sacrifice for the sake of love. That is called love. Lust means no sacrifice. कुछ भी होगा ना दुनिया को, मेरा enjoyment मेरा. है कि नहीं? That is lust. When you try to enjoy, remember these words. When you try to enjoy without God, it is lust. When you try to enjoy with God, serving God, it is love. And who enjoys more? You or God? Servant enjoys more or the master enjoys more? In material life, master enjoys more. But let me tell you, in that also who enjoys? Kumara Mangalam Birla, you know who is one of the big industrialists. How many guest houses he has? In every hill station he'll have one. Ooty में एक रहेगा, Kodaikanal में एक रहेगा, Kullu Manali में एक रहेगा, है कि नहीं? He has so many guest houses. And every guest house has the latest TV, the latest, you know, the most cozy, what do you call that, sofa set, and the amazing bedroom, and every equipment. How many days in a year he goes to that guest house? Once in a year? Maybe once in 5 years. बाकी दिन कौन enjoy कर रहे हैं? Servants. कि नहीं? सीधा ला, who is watching the TV remaining time? Servant लगा के बैठेगा. जब बिरला आएगा तब बैठेंगे. So this whole world that Krishna created is for our enjoyment. When we serve him. When we don't serve him, this world becomes completely, you know, painful for us. It's difficult for us to enjoy. Are we enjoying every Sunday morning like this?
Yes.
Tell me how many people in this apartment are really enjoying Sunday mornings? अपन लोग एंजॉय कर रहे हैं, मैं तो पक्का है, मैं तो एंजॉय कर रहा हूँ. आप सभी लोगों का दिमाग खा रहा हूँ मैं एवरी संडे. मेरे को अच्छा लग रहा है. The point is, when we serve others, we enjoy. Get this logic in our mind. When we give, we get. When we give, we get. And we don't give to get. We just give. And we'll automatically get. We don't have to do any extra effort. Just give. Learn to give. You know, one Mataji, she came and told me that, Prabhuji, every month I want to contribute something for our satsang. Yeah, I think Mataji is there. Whatever little. 100 rupees. Krishna doesn't see only 100 rupees or 1000 rupees or 10,000. Doesn't matter. I'm giving. This is for you, Krishna. This is yours. Right? And that will give so much enjoyment. That will make you happy in the most Difficult times also. Give it to a temple. There is a temple nearby, right? Tell them every Monday, whatever you cook is from my side. And you see the experience you'll have. I'm telling you, unparalleled experience. You go and buy a Rolex watch also, you'll not feel that. You go and do anything. Say, I'll tell you one example. This thing Prabhuji bought for me. Bought for Satsang. A boya. I don't think I would have bought this. I don't know how expensive. It might be very expensive. Right? I'm very grateful. So he's like, Prabhuji, aap jo bol rahe ho, achhe tarah sunane de raha hai. His parents are listening to what we discuss here. So thoda sound mein thoda problem hai. So he went and bought this. Right? So I can tell you, if I may comment, if he would have bought this for himself, the comparison of enjoyment of buying it for somebody else is more. Am I saying it right? किसको जब किसी और के लिए खरीदते हो ना बहुत अच्छा रहता है. When you actually serve, it's so nice. No, it's serving the society. Is it a material thing now? No, it's a spiritual thing now. Is it material or spiritual? It's spiritual now. It's material, but when I use it for spiritual, it becomes spiritual. This is called bhakti, seva bhav. So here, I don't understand relation. You don't need to understand the relation. Even if you understand, you will not change. Right? Question is, I don't understand the reaction between reaction and action. Why am I not told what sin I did before I react? You don't need to be told what is, because anyway you will not change. Right? Don't need to be. Actually, it's a good thing that you don't know. We'll end with this slide. We're almost there. I don't know laws of karma. Why am I subjected to punishment? I don't know laws, Re Baba. I don't know laws. अब इसका क्या बोलोगे? हाँ? You're merciless, Prabhuji. Throw your name, Prabhuji, first time you're coming. Huh? Thank you, Prabhuji, for coming. Hare Krishna. Yeah, that itself is it.
Yeah, actually,
It is.
I feel I'm supposed to be here today.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Where do you live, Prabhuji?
Block 3, 14.
Oh, Hare Krishna. Thank you for coming. So
It is a very amazing that I feel today I'm supposed.
I feel that Krishna has sent you so I can serve you. Thank you. Yeah. So, I don't know the laws. Can you say that outside? गाड़ी चला रहे हो, ट्रैफिक पुलिस आ गई, क्या करे? लाश कहाँ के? हम तो सिकंदर है. मुकद्दर का सिकंदर. मर चलेगा क्या? इमीडिएटली चालान डालेगा. तो सिकंदर है, धर्मेंद्र आएगा. भर इसका फाइन है कि नहीं? We have to pay. I can't tell. And by the way, I am going in left side here. On US, I have to go right side. If I say मैं इंडियन हूँ, मैं इंडियन ही रहूंगा, तो अमेरिका में अभी अमेरिकन बन. You can't be the same. You have to go with the laws of the land. That is how it is. And ignorance is not a excuse. The famous term, right? Ignorance is not an excuse. Ignorance of law is not an excuse. You have to learn. जब यहाँ पैदा हुए, why didn't you learn Bhagavad Gita? In the traffic signal, some boys are selling Bhagavad Gita. Have you seen that?
Yes.
Whether it rain or shine, they are from ISKCON temple. And by the way, you know what the boys are educated? One of them is IIT graduate. He is doing it whenever he can. Dhoti kurta pehante hai, matlab uneducated hai. They are educated, or some of them have chosen for a higher cause. No problem. They are also studying. Some of them are also working. They take turns. They do that seva. We also do that seva. You know, once in a year during December, I'll take all of you. I'll take you on the street, right? That day, you all will become humble. Humility अंदर से बाहर आएगा ऐसे. You know, you go and take. So you can take. भाई, आजू हट. तेरे को मालूम नहीं मैं माइक्रोसॉफ्ट में मैनेजर हूँ. पूरा हम्बलनेस आएगा बाहर. भगवद गीता आपके अच्छे के लिए, तेरे अच्छे के लिए घर पे रख, आपके भी अच्छे के लिए. हट. What is this? How am I being insulted like this? How can you insult like that? Very humbling experience. In Krishna's seva, you become humble. And from humility comes bhakti. From pride, bhakti doesn't come. If you think I'm very proud, मैंने मेरे घर में 15-17 व्रत किए, मैंने उसमें 200 नारियल फोड़े, भक्ति क्या उसमें? You are so proud to tell people that I've done this much for God. That is not bhakti, right? I've gone to Char Dham 4 times. That's not bhakti. Bhakti means you don't have to tell what you have done. You are happy doing what you are doing, and you do it with humility. Right? In satsang, we don't keep a buffet. Jitna khana kha mar. That is buffet. In our culture, in our own culture, whether North India, South India, हम परोसते थे या नहीं परोसते थे? हाँ? सभी को बिठा के खिलाते, प्रभु जी बैठिए, खाते समय नहीं उठना, खाते समय बैठिए, आपको जो चाहिए बोलो, हम लाके देंगे. इसको बोलते हैं प्यार. वेस्टर्न कल्चर क्या है? प्यार गया भाड़ में, तू खा के जा. Whatever you want to eat, eat. And by the way, now this might be very heavy to tell, but take it with a soft heart. Only animals stand and eat. Human beings are supposed to sit and eat. The whole culture of standing and eating is animalistic culture. Sit down. Wherever you are, sit down nicely and eat. Right? And that yogi posture helps you digest the food also. And it tells you when to stop also. Because you can't bend after some time. And you sit in a little higher place. You keep the plate down and you sit a little higher because you have to bend to take that. And after some time you can't bend. That means हो गया खाना. है कि नहीं? वो जो बोलते हैं ना उसका मतलब बंद कर अभी. It's own language. बंद कर अभी. बहुत खा लिया. दूसरा गुलाब जामुन नहीं. एक ही बस खत्म करो वहां पे. प्रसाद के नाम पे बस. है कि नहीं? So body also speaks. Body has so many indications of what we should do in life, what we should not do in life. Karma, everything comes out. If you torture your body, is it karma?
No.
It is. Is your body yours? तुम्हें दिया गया है. This body is given to you. You did not manufacture this body. Prabhuji, my parents manufacture this body. Manufacture किया क्या? बाहर आने के बाद your parents fitted ना, इसका हाथ यहाँ लगाते हैं, पैर यहाँ लगाते हैं, सर यहाँ लगाते हैं, फिट किया. Fitting के साथ है. You came with fitting or without fitting? With fitting, complete product बाहर निकला वहां से. है कि नहीं? So this body is not ours. We are fools if we are thinking the body is ours. Even this body is not ours. We are given, and the body tells what to do when. And if you don't do that, it creates karma. I'm getting into next week's types of karma. You know when a child is supposed to be educated? Beta, come here. You come here. Okay, sir. Come here. I'll show you something. Come here. I'll show you a small trick. I'll show you. Here your name. Here. Name. Advait. Stand like this. Do like me. See? Itla. Show me this. Can you see he's touching his ear? Yeah? You go and say. Your children, I can't tell them. Huh? क्या इधर? आपका नाम बोलो. प्रणिल. अभी वही करो जो हम लिखे. नहीं ऐसे नहीं, पीछे से नहीं, ऊपर से. Somewhat touching. Taittiriya Upanishad says, until the whole ear is covered by the hand, don't start education. Because that education will make you scared. You'll be scared of that education. Don't start technical education. Simple education is okay. Play school. बच्चों को खेलने दो. They should go and play in the field. They should go and play in the sand. They should go and play in everything. There is a whole science behind it. In Gurukul, children were not taught ABCD in the beginning. Until the whole thing goes inside. Prabhuji told, I'll not study now. Now you are touching full, I saw. Study now. So, there is an Upanishad which talks about when education should be given, how it should be given, what should be done, what should not be done. And these Vedas were stolen by Germany. In Germany, there are a lot of our Vedas kept even right now. And Taittiriya Upanishad was stolen by one philosopher called Rudolf Steiner, and he came up with Waldorf system of education, where until the ear touches, they will not start the education. किधर से है? No, we are learning. The German system is so good. They are so technical. अरे भैया, यहीं से लिया. Taittiriya Upanishad से लिया. When education has to be done. Until the first teeth falls, difficult subject should not be taught. Until the first teeth falls. Simple. See how the body is telling you when you are ready. And for some child it will fall at 6 years, For some child, it fall at 9 years. Don't be in a hurry. Isko lagana. Problem is our education system. Kya hai? Duplicate banana, chapna, tap, 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 tap. What will happen otherwise? You'll become scared of your education. You know, "Arey baap re, that subject is still gives me, you know, how many get dream that you're still writing 10th exam, failed? So that. दो live example यहीं पे. मैं अभी तक CA लिख रहा हूँ. CA is like so scary for me. I don't know how I cleared it. And every time I get a dream that, you know, I'm still writing CA exam. वो नींद में बोलते हैं, I actually passed, right? Why am I writing again? Because education itself was not given in a proper way, and we were scared of that education. Is this education right now scaring all of you? Spiritual education? It's not, because it's coming to you from God. Krishna's education, how will it scare you? It will make you more confident, right? So I don't know the laws. Ignorance of law is not an excuse. Human beings are punishable because they misuse the free will. Animal free will is very limited. Now, Prabhuji, but he is born in Somalia. How will he know Bhagavad Gita? No, he did not even get this education. How can he be subject to these laws? How will you answer this? I had very difficult audience in the past. ये पूरा question लोग पूछे मेरे को. हाँ? Now he is, see, India में पैदा हुआ, भगवद गीता मिला. ठीक है? ठीक है, that's all. वो तो सोमालिया में पैदा हुआ. सोमालिया में तो उसको कृष्ण भी नहीं मालूम है, भगवद गीता भी नहीं मालूम है. Simple answer for this is, why did he first of all take birth in Somalia? Because he has rejected this so many times in past lives. Krishna also felt, okay, तेरे को नहीं चाहिए education. Take birth in a place where nobody will disturb you. You understand? For example, I have a neighbor. He's a very nice person. Just give me an example. Prabhuji satsang को आइए. I have no interest in. Prabhuji भगवद गीता पढ़े. मेरे को interest नहीं. Prabhuji थोड़ा तो spiritual है. Prabhuji आप जो करो करो. मेरे को नहीं चाहिए. Prabhuji आपके अच्छे के लिए. मेरे को मालूम मेरा क्या अच्छा है. Then what will Krishna do? Somalia. जा वहाँ पे तेरे को interest नहीं है ना. Next life, nobody will come and tell you that, oh, wow, you will not be bothered. You enjoy what you want to enjoy. Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi, enjoy. Yeah, we are done. Last slide. I got an indication. Yeah.
I have a question here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So if the person is good in all other aspects, but if he is not in the physics vocation, so what will be his, how he will be prepared?
So, Prabhuji, first of all, actually, you did not come to the previous session. This is the 8th session we are having today. So, in the previous session, some things we discussed. I'll tell simple answer for this. Detail, maybe we can discuss later. First of all, we should know why we took birth. Why are we in this world? We should know that, right? Unless we know why are we in this world, then we cannot justify what we are doing is right or wrong. For example, I'm going to job, I'm earning money, I'm taking care of my family, I'm earning properties, I'm saving for my future, I'm also safeguarding my ancestral properties, I'm a good person. Well, you are a good person, but is that the purpose of life? We don't know. So most of the time we are concluding that we are good or we are bad based on our limited understanding, right? So are you wasting your life? Are you doing the best for your life? Actually is determined when you get spiritual education. That I have to come out of the cycle of birth and death. That is higher goal than making properties and safeguarding my family. This is also important, but that is even important. We discussed the verse, what is that? Come on. From Bhagavata, it is the verse. Savai pumsam paro dharmo yato bhakti radokshije ahaitaki aprahiyata yatma suprasidati. It says Savai pumsam paro dharmo. Everybody has many dharma. Pati dharma, putra dharma, pita dharma, office dharma, everything dharma, But paro dharma is to serve God. That dharma, if you are not performing, then every other dharma will not give you happiness. So we are not doing that. And without that education, we will not find peace in life. So we should know the purpose of life, then lead a life, then actually we'll find that happiness. Yato bhakti ahoitaki aprahiyata ahoitaki aprahiyata ye atma suprasidati. Ye atma suprasidati. Thank you. She made me happy. Prasidati. Right? So to find that happiness, we need this. I'll tell you, happiness comes when husband, wife, children all attend satsang together. That is happiness. नहीं तो बीवी एक जगह पे, बच्चा एक जगह पे, काम वाली एक जगह पे, तुम एक जगह पे, क्या ही शादी क्यों किया? And your interest, my interest, this interest, her interest, sorry, our interest. At least one place, whole family should come at one place. That is not. You can have 10 habits. She likes shuttle, I like long tennis, no problem. She likes software, I like hardware, no problem. But in front of Krishna, we all like Krishna. That is the goal of life. We should all become devotees of Krishna. And all these laws of karma will fall into place. I don't know if I answered your question, but a little bit.
We can discuss.
Yeah. And if you're interested, I record these sessions actually. You can send me a message, I'll send you the link. And you can go from the first, this is the 8th session today. And we are finishing 12 sessions. After that, we are starting Bhagavad Gita. So all these include Bhagavad Gita, but in a little different sequence. Yeah. I'll just go forward. Yeah. So here, I don't know laws of karma. Why am I subjected to punishment? It's because you need to know the laws of karma. And because you're born in a side of a country that you don't know, still is not an excuse. You still have a choice. I can tell you one thing, guaranteed, and I'm sure you all will agree. Everybody gets one chance, at least. Even if you're in Somalia or Bhutan or Uganda or in Gachibowli, you will get one chance in life. At least one chance, where one person will come and tell you, Prabhuji, thoda learn spiritual science. Or one pujari will tell you that do some bhajan. Or it will do some seva. One chance everybody gets. But if you ignore that chance, then you continue with your life. Then you may or may not get another chance. But Krishna is always wanting to give more and more chances. Right? More and more chances. Always, God never is tired with us. Punishment is, one second, I'll just move this. Yeah. So punishment is minimized for some who don't know the law. Little bit it is minimized. It's not like merciless situation. They don't know the law, thoda bahut minimize hota hai. But punishment aata hai. There is some level of punishment only. If someone is not getting to know the laws of karma, that only means he has declined it through the past lives. If somebody is, is not in a situation to get spiritual education also, that means you have declined it so much that God also felt, okay, he needs a break. You want to live another 20 lives in Banjara Hills, go live. Live. When you actually get a question, why am I dying again and again? Why am I losing again and again? Then you come here. God doesn't want to trouble us. At the same time, he is never leaving us. Because where is Krishna? In our heart. He is always traveling with our heart. He never leaves us. He never abandons us. That is the mercy of God. Even though we reject him, does he reject us? No. He always stays with us. Right? Kali Yuga is filled with living entities who have rejected all knowledge in the previous ages. They are completely filled, right? We can easily see the tendency when we ask people to read scriptures. Just tell them, Prabhuji sahab, बैठ के पढ़िए, time नहीं. किसके लिए time है? YouTube देखने के लिए time है. हाँ? Picture जाने के लिए time है. थोड़ा बैठ के पढ़िए, no time. Where is the tendency coming from? The tendency is coming because they have rejected it for so many lives. So what you should do with them? If you have a Christian picture, I'll tell you, you'll go to hell. Will saying that make them a devotee? What you should do with people who don't come to satsang? बोलो क्या करेंगे?
और एक बात,
दो चीज कर सकते हैं. Number one, pray for them. Sincerely pray for them. That Krishna, please, give them the knowledge. Give them the knowledge that they'll come to you. By the way, how you all came to satsang? There are two reasons why you all came to satsang. Scriptures say there are two reasons you all came to satsang. None of you planned, right? You planned kya kisi ne? 2012 you planned, 2022 you'll be here? No. Prabhuji just told, you just came today. How you came? Two reasons. Remember that. One, you had some questions which are unanswered. You are dwelling on them. Somewhere you're not getting the answer. Sometimes the question also is not clear, but you're not happy in life. Something is troubling. Something is not right. You're introspectively inside. You're asking to Paramatma that I need that help. I need that. Something is going on. That is the one reason. Inquisitiveness, and you have that thing in you. What is the second reason?
God's bliss.
God's
bliss to start.
God's intervention. Yeah, he anyway is in satsang. But why you came to satsang? What can be the second reason? One is your own inquisitiveness. Good karma doesn't bring you to satsang. Good karma takes you to Tellapur in a villa. Good karma doesn't bring you to satsang. The most fortunate people come to satsang. Huh? No, karma also doesn't bring you to satsang. Satsang is spiritual. Karma is material. That is the first point. That you are inquisitive. You are. But where did you get that will from? That's a good question. Where did you get that will from? What is the reason you came to satsang? Krishna is calling always. He's all the time calling. बुला तो रहे हैं तभी से, लेकिन हम जा नहीं रहे. We are not going. Destiny is material. What you get is what you reap. You'll be amazed to hear somebody prayed for you. Somebody prayed. You don't know who is that person. It can be your mother. It can be your neighbor. It can be some devotee on the road. He just looked at you and he prayed for you. Krishna, please give him your mercy. Somebody, some sadhu, somebody prayed for you. That is the reason you are in satsang. Impossible. You cannot come to satsang. I'm telling you. I'll go and tell 1,000 people, please come to satsang. Nobody will come. You cannot bring anybody to satsang. Somebody has prayed for you. If you find that person, you serve that person. I'm telling you. If you get to know who prayed for you, he is the most dear friend of yours. He is the only dear friend of yours who prayed for you. That this person should get Gyan. This person should get love of God. He prayed for you. You all understand? Two reasons why you came to satsang. Your own inclination or inquisitiveness, troubles, answers. Second is somebody prayed for you. And that is the reason when we see people who are not coming to satsang, what is the first thing you should do? Pray for them. It may not manifest now. They'll go to some other country, some other city. There they'll go to satsang. They may not come to this satsang. But prayers are never gone vain. And what is the second thing you can do? Give some prasad. Right? Prabhu ke sakshat darshan. Prasada. De do. Prasad de do haath mein. If he has that prasad, his life will change. It will change. There are so many people who came to Krishna consciousness just eating prasadam. Nothing else. There is one Prabhuji, he lives in Madina Uda. He used to drop his wife in the temple and go. Nice sunna mere ko lecture. Mere ko nahi kiya gyan. And he'll exactly come at 7:30 when the prasadam starts. After the lecture, prasadam starts. So he'll have the prasad. 5 years he only had prasad. He'll never sit and listen. Right? 5 years के बाद he felt okay. एक बार सुन भी लेते हैं. हो गया devotee. He's an initiated devotee now. Right? Krishna doesn't leave. Krishna comes through prasad. See, whatever I told you now in ISKCON society, whatever I told about ISKCON से ISKCON. क्या बात? But prasad इधर से रहेगा. वो तो अंदर रहेगा. थोड़ी देर तो रहेगा. You get good association, yeah. So some even clearly say his life is for enjoyment without limits, right? Yesterday I was going with my son on an auto. I took a picture. I don't know why things happen. You know, I was going in a car and there was an auto in front of me. I took a picture of the auto. What was written on that picture? Can you read that for me? Sorry.
Enjoy every moment because death is unexpected.
Enjoy every moment because death is unexpected. Auto pe likha hai. ये मादापुर लाटो. Right? Enjoy every moment. मौत कभी भी आ सकता है. It's पागलपन है इसको. When death is going to come, why don't you prepare for it? That's what an intelligent person will think. Why is death coming? First of all, why is death coming? Why am I taking birth? Right? All these are basic questions. They'll not ask. Just enjoy. Pite pite maro, Devdas. And those people glorified. Ore Devdas. वो बेवड़ा था पी के मर गया. उसके ऊपर पिक्चर भी बनाया. है कि नहीं? Some people suffer until they develop the urge to question and learn. Yeah. Levels of access is based on our behavior. It is very simple. How we have access to things, these are the last lines. How we have access for anything according to our behavior. See, you are a good criminal. You will be put in normal jail. You are a troublesome criminal. You will be put in special jail. You are a criminal. मतलब we are like, I don't know word. A very dangerous criminal. किधर रखेंगे आपको? Alone. You will be alone in a cell which is dark. You are the only one inside. They'll open, throw the food inside, and remove a hand outside. There are also cells like that. You know that? Where they are very dangerous criminals. They can do anything, anytime. Right? So God's information is also given according to how we are. If you are receptive, God comes in a full way. In form of satsang, He'll come into your life. If you are not receptive, then He comes in a form of book. If you are not at all receptive, then Haribol. We get our freedom in life according to our behavior. See, in our farm, na, there is one cow, Sunidhi. She was kicking anybody like everybody. जिसको भैया एक लात सीधा मोइनाबाद से गच्चीबोली लात मारने ऐसा. She was very arrogant, right? So what we did, we had to tie her tightly. We had to just tie her very tightly, and hardly her distance was 2 meters she can go. Then after some time she became a little considerate. She's not kicking all the time. Sometimes she's kicking. Then what we did, we increased that rope to 4 meters. Now she is sometimes even we can go and cuddle, keep looking at that back leg. After some time she became very nice. She started nicely cuddling and like this. Then what we did, we increased that rope to 8 meters. After some time, she is nicely approaching you, humbly seeing. उसके बाद क्या करना? Rope ही निकाल दिया, है कि नहीं? So even God does the same thing for all of us. When we become more and more dispensable towards Him, He removes all the ropes. Satsang is available, sadhus are available, dham is available, yatras are available, everything is available. But when you start creating trouble, then immediately slowly takes out. When you show interest, तो ये Sunday, I think 3 Sundays किया बहुत बड़ा काम किया. 4th Sunday bunk मारेंगे. Then Krishna will be like, अच्छा, इसको interest नहीं. You are giving an indication that I am not fully interested. Then Krishna will say, okay, so I will send you to a different place. They will conduct satsang only once in 4 weeks. So you don't need to worry. Is He rejecting you? No. According to your inclination, He is becoming available. Repeat after me. Ye yatha mam prapadyante. Tams tataiva bhajamiham. Krishna is telling Bhagavad Gita. According to how you approach me, I reveal myself. Is it a fair thing to do? Yeah. So Prabhuji will stop here. Otherwise, my wife will start a new class. Right. So we'll all have prasadam. Any questions? Any 1 or 2 questions we'll take. Is there any? Yeah. Only question is what is in prasadam now. Okay. So there is actually more questions here, but we'll take it next. Nourishing Aarti. Hari Bol. I was 1 slide away from finishing, but that's okay. We'll do it next week. No need to hurry. Do you like this boy's picture? I really like this boy's picture. First time I saw it, so sincere, so humble, so nice. Nourishing Aarti गाएगा? आता है? अरे आता है ना? हाँ? Next week गाना पड़ेगा. Next week गाना पड़ेगा. पक्का? हाँ? पक्का? Very good. How about him? Advait, Nourishing Aarti. Artava? Next week? Next time, पक्का. चलो. नमस्ते नरसिंहाय. प्रहलाद लादधायिने. हिरण्याकाशितोर्वक्षः. शिलकङ्कानकालाये. इतो नरसिंह परतो नरसिंहो. यतो यतो यामि ततो नरसिंहो. बहिर्नरसिंहो हृदये नरसिंहो. kara kamala bare nakam adbhuta shringar dalita hiranya kashipu Anubandha Keshavadruta Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Avakara Samana Hare Nata Adbhuta Shringar Daritani Kashipu Kanushinga Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Narasimha Dev Narasimha Dev Narasimha Dev Jaya Narasimha Dev Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jai Jai Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jai Jai Gurudev Krishna Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitya Gaura Hari Bol भक्त विघ्नाश नरसिंह देव भगवान की श्री लक्ष्मी नरसिम्हा स्वामी भगवान की श्रील प्रभुपाद की प्रहलाद महाराज की पिताई गौर प्रेमानंद हरि 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 बोल हरि 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 बोल हरि towards God. So next week, Professor Mataji, we are going to continue this topic. We'll be done. That will be the 9th session. And next week, we are specifically going to discuss on one other place where a lot of people who practice religion don't know an answer. I'm sure today also a lot of things were new to all of you. And please forgive me if I spoke anything that has hurt your heart. Just like you forgive your servants in the house, just forgive me, right? Because these topics are like that. Sometimes they shake you up. So next week, what we will discuss is about between destiny, free will, and karma. I'll leave you with a question so you can dwell on it during the week. Do you all believe there is destiny?
Yes.
If there is destiny means it is going to happen anyways. If it is going to happen anyways, then whatever you do is pre-planned. Is it pre-planned? Yes. Yeah, but it is going to happen anyways. You only told, right? Destiny means it's already pre-planned. It's going to happen. In a way, you're saying it's kind of pre-planned. If everything is happening pre-planned, then where is karma? Why should I get karma for what I'm doing? Right? And if it is pre-planned, where is the question of free will? Do I have free will or no? Can I do this? Can I not do this? Can I do? If there is free will, then where is destiny? Right? Did it create any confusion? Yes. This confusion will resolve next week. आप कतार में हैं. यात्रीगण कृपया ध्यान दें. गाड़ी आएगा अगले हफ्ते. So, yeah, and please, my humble request is come prepared with questions. And don't hesitate to ask. Religion means to question and to learn, not to blindly believe. Ultimately, it's a science. Spirituality is science. It can be answered logically, provided you should have inquisitiveness. Come with questions. Practical, shoot, pat. And what will happen when you ask questions? I'm going to add more slides here. So next year, when I'm going to repeat this, or when you are going to repeat to your friends, you'll have more questions that are already answered. And I'll give you one very nice website name. It's called spiritualscientist.com. right? It is a website of one amazing Prabhuji, is my god brother. His name is His Grace Chaitanya Charan Prabhu, right? He's a very scholarly person, very young also, very scholarly person. In his website, there are more than 10,000 questions with answers. Your question will definitely fall into it, right? Questions relating to life, questions relating to scriptures, questions, and he will give scriptural reference in everything. Huh? That's the beauty. Any question you ask, he'll give a shloka number, a Purana or a Upanishad or a number, and say that means the answer is not his, is God's answer. Because today you'll find a lot of philosophers outside. खुद का ज्ञान फ्री एडवाइस देने वाले बहुत मिलेंगे. आपको वो नहीं चाहिए, हमको भगवान का ज्ञान चाहिए. Whatever we speak should come from scriptures. ठीक है? Hare Krishna. Now I humbly request that you can wrap up the little mats under you and you can sit in 3 rows, all of you, and only we need only 4 or 5 servers who can come this side. Remaining all can sit and we'll serve prasadam. Hare Krishna. Mahaprasade Govinde. Nama Brahmane Vaishnave. Sulpa Punya Vatan Rajan. Viswaso Nevajanaite. Sharira Vidyajan. Vedendriya Trahekal.